Hello, 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 hello. Squad. The squad is in the building. Shout out to my mods. Listen, listen, listen. Shout out to Princess AG for the please stand by. Because I listen, it's always some technical difficulties. Always technical difficulties, right? Always. And I'm literally sitting here rebooting the laptop. No, I'm on the laptop, rebooting the desktop, looking at y'all on the damn teleprompter, but I'm here. Okay. I am here. Yes, how the thing froze already. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we're here. I don't know what's going on, but we are here, and I literally. I'll tell y'all the story when I come back. Y'all know the drill. Go ahead and like this video as y'all come in. Like this video, and we will get started. I don't even know what camera to look at. We will get started after this very brief introduction. Oh, what is
Get ready, cause you about to be an ATL.
Guess what being a blogger?
More than a blogger.
Guess what being a blogger? You are more than a blogger.
I am more than
Guess what being a blogger?
all of is my son.
Okay, that shit is good.
I am more than a blogger.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, Michelle is here.
Yeah.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, Michelle is here.
Yeah.
Say Autumn is her son.
Yes.
Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
Say Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
Say Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
The blog goddess, 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 Michelle is here.
Yeah.
Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
here? All these bitches is my sons. Shout out to Lanithia Leaks for the soundbite I stole and I didn't ask for permissions. Please don't sue me. Please don't sue me, Nene. What's up? What's up? What's up? Come on in. Come on in. Shout out to my new member. Just joined. Jacqueline Cobb. Shout out to Jacqueline Cobb. Shout out to my members. You see these people in the chat with the green names. These are our channel sponsors. You can be a channel sponsor too. Only thing I do is just join like our new member just did right there. Miss Jacqueline, she just joined. You could just join. Then you will get special emojis in the chat. You get special videos every now and then. I know I need to give y'all more. And also, shout out to my Patreon members. Patreon member get Discord because listen, I don't be feeling bad for Patreon because y'all be sitting up in Discord 24 hours a day. Okay, so that's a little perk. Even though I know y'all like, well, why Michelle ain't lie? Because y'all in Discord, y'all can talk amongst each other until I get there. Okay. Shout out to all my squad. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for holding me down. Shout out to everyone who puts pink hearts in the chat for Mama Brown. Okay, y'all see the pink heart behind me? Polo Man sent me that. I think it was Polo Man. Polo Man. I hope I ain't lying on you. But Polo Man sent me a pink heart so I can always have one behind me. Okay. Shout out to everyone who is surviving cancer because that's what I talk about because my mama is a survivor and you will be a survivor too. Okay. Shout out to everyone. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Listen, shout out to the people in Memphis, Tennessee who are struggling with the floods. I'm like, don't y'all be bringing that flood over here. But my mama basically, she's on the outskirts, so she didn't get it. So but salute to y'all. I hope y'all, get dry out a little bit. Shout out to Atlanta for being cold. Got my sweater back out today. I had on a cute sundress earlier today, and I went outside and I'm like, ooh, it's cold. Ooh, when did it get cold outside? So I'm back in my sweater, honey. What's up? You said your man's is a survivor for 7 years. Shout out to your man's, honey. Shout out to every survivor, everyone who's still going through it. Shout out to everyone. Please get yourselves checked. Get your prostate checked, get your colon checked, get your breast checked, get your cervix checked, get everything checked. Okay, get your skin checked. If you see a little something on your skin and you think it look a little funny, get that checked too, because the sun can give you cancer. Listen, just stay on top of your health. Okay. Thank you, Quasia. I appreciate you, friend. So listen, y'all. I had held off coming on live, okay? Because first of all, I gotta pat myself on the back a little bit because my tea be legit. I just gotta say, my tea be so legit that listen, I mean, it happened exactly the way I told y'all it was gonna happen. So shout out to my sources who be giving me the good tea, okay? I told y'all Kenya was gonna be in there. I told y'all Kenya showed some PORN images. I told y'all it was allegedly Brick sucking a pic. Okay. I told y'all all of that. People got on the internet, on the YouTube, and they was calling Michelle A.T. Alien Brown a liar. Like, sis, when is Michelle A.T. Alien Brown a liar? She's been doing this for how many years? She ran straight from the A since 2007. She was one of the first Housewives bloggers there were. Since when is Michelle A.T. Alien Brown's tea not legit? I'm just asking. I'm just asking because I don't know. Because sometimes I have to doubt myself. I'm like, do I really know what I know? But clearly I do. Okay. But yes, I'm vindicated, but is Kenya vindicated? That's the T. Is Kenya vindicated? Did the ratings get to be 1 million this week because Kenya was on there? Did all of the team twirl uh tune in this week to watch Kenya's farewell episode? Let me know where y'all at, Team Twirl. Cause I mean, we watched it and it was cringe. We was literally sitting there. Well, I wasn't because I was at Peter's, and y'all will see it when it comes back. But I was at Peter's and I made a mistake and changed the channel in the last 5 minutes of the show. And that was just the best part. So I had to watch it when I got home. But where are all the people who watched it on Sunday night? I don't know. He said someone said that Britt scene in the Sprinter was filmed afterwards to make herself look better. Somebody lied. Somebody lied to you. I'm just telling you. Team Twirl is up there. They doing mental gymnastics. They are tumbling and twirling and trying to figure out. First, they telling people that the pictures was fake. Then they telling people that Kenya didn't really do it. Then they was telling people that Britt didn't even come that day. And then they was telling people that Michelle was lying. And then they was telling people that A.T. Alien is a stalker. And then they was telling people all these things. But the tea is that Kenya showed revenge, PORN, in Georgia. Okay, in Georgia, where it is a crime. Now I know a bunch of y'all gonna be like, Britt threatened her, Britt threatened her, Britt threatened her. Britt did not say I will SHOOT. Britt did not say that. Now, if Kenya took it as a threat, that's on Kenya. Britt's back was turned. Britt was walking in the other direction. Kenya was getting in the car. From what we saw, I didn't take it as a threat. And clearly Kenya didn't take it as a threat either, as she was driving off, giggling, talking about she wasn't gonna mess with Charles. Okay, talking about Angela's husband. Okay, Angela, you need to watch out about that now. Um, but while I'm talking, let's talk about these ratings, because the ratings, just dropped. The people all online, they was like, oh, it's gonna be a milli. It's gonna be a milli because everybody is talking about it. Everybody is talking about it. Did they hit a milli? No. Did they hit a milli? Absolutely not. Was it a series low like last week? No, but they got a little bit extra. They got 620,000, 620,000, which is still very low. Okay, 0.14 in the 18 to 49 demographic, which is still very low. Team Twirl, where y'all at? Y'all talk about, well, we ain't gonna watch. We ain't gonna watch no more. We ain't gonna watch no more. Well, hell, y'all ain't watching now. Y'all not watching now, so I don't understand. So, while Kenya was over there laughing at the ratings, she should have been trying to figure out, who she was gonna apologize to, because clearly Britt came with an apology. Britt was remorseful. Britt was like, I did too much. The alcohol got me. Okay. We was drinking a little too much. Kenya triggered me and I went off. Okay. I went off. So Britt apologized, not one time, not two times, but three times. Britt had a scene where she was with Shamia, and who else was she with? I can't remember because it just be like a blur because it'd be boring sometimes. But it was with, was it Shamia and Angela, or was it Shamia and Kelly? think it was Shamia and Angela. I don't know. It was Shamia and somebody. But she was like, I did too much. I feel bad. I think I'm gonna apologize. Blah 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 blah. Then she did a scene with Kelly in the Sprinter van on the way to the place, and I seen them when they pulled up. So if anybody tell you that Britt wasn't there, I seen it with my own two eyes. I was sitting there when her and Kelly got out the car, but at the time I didn't know who they was, but it was there. Okay. So yeah, so she said in the Sprinter van, she was like, I'm gonna take her these flowers. Okay. I feel bad. I'm gonna try to make amends. Even though, like I said, we don't know what Bravo told Britt behind the scenes. Everybody was like, well, Britt should have been punished. Britt should have been reprimanded. Britt. But y'all don't know what had happened. Y'all don't know if Britt had to sit out an episode or two. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. But what y'all do know is that Kenya went above and beyond to humiliate somebody by showing pornographic images. That's what y'all know. Hold on, let's see what y'all saying in this chat. Hold on. You said Kenya even got on the internet line. The audacity to take your daughter college fund to have an establishment for her to smear. Okay. And listen, it's still not open. Is it open? I don't know if it's open or not, but I want to play this sound bite right here. I have pulled a bunch of sound bites, just to prepare for this segment. Because y'all know this might be a long live. I don't know. But y'all remember this?
Certain ways. I also believe she will be the demise of the show as well.
What do you mean?
I think that a lot of her story is not real. I think she does too much. I think she turns off a lot of Black women.
Ooh.
Things that she does on the show, the things
Ooh.
that it's just not kind, the things she says, the things she do.
Oh.
No, should be some limit, girl. We get that you're good for the show, but some of the stuff you do just gonna turn Black women off.
You think she does that just
Some of the stuff you do is gonna turn Black women off. Prophetess Nene Leak said that. Prophetess Lanithia said that when she was on the Breakfast Club, when she was still on the show, before she got into it with Andy Cohen. She went and she said that Kenya would be the demise of the show. And this season, Kenya has been the demise of the show. Everybody has been waiting for Kenya to crash out. We saw it. We heard about it last year. We was waiting. And my thing is that couldn't even convince you to watch. Okay. That could not even convince you to watch. Now, I don't want the show to fail, but we got Porsha over there getting a divorce and won't even talk about the divorce. We got Porsha, fighting with Simon on the internet all summer long. And then what we see on TV is none of that. We don't get no drama. We don't get nothing. Only thing we get is Kenya and this revenge PORN. And I don't think we deserve that. Hold on. What you say? Kenya got what she deserves. That was dirty. Did she really put 400K in the spot? I doubt it. Unless she got a loan. When I tell you Mark Daly is taking notes. Oh, okay. Did I already do the ratings? Yes, sir. I did, honey. I will pull them back up for those of you who are just stepping in. That was the first thing I talked about. The ratings this week was not a milli. Okay, it was 620,000. 620,000. They got a bump up. Let's see what the other shows got. Let me see. Who else was on there? Was it okay, I don't care about them. Watch What Happens Live got 0.35. Okay. Married to Medicine went down. They got 0.56. Okay, so I mean they got a little bit more than Married to Medicine. That's all I can tell you. They got a little bit more than Married to Medicine. So there's that. Hold on, what y'all saying? Kenya Moore, when she first came out of the show, was acting silly with Apollo trying to be the head charge B of the show. And she tried to do it again, showing somebody's private pictures. Now, I just have a question because I've been trolling the internet too. I've been seeing what people have been saying. Some people have been saying that it's wrong. They should both be fired. One wrong isn't bigger than the next. But I have been saying for months now that, Britt, well, not for months because the gun thing, well, I knew about the gun thing, but I didn't believe it. But now that we know the gun thing was true, I feel like, Britt's situation, Britt was walking away. Kenya wasn't really threatened. It's different to like say something than to literally go print it out, put it on poster boards, hide it from the cast, crew, and the producers, pull it out in the middle of your spot audience with 100 people in there that you don't know, okay, including your cast, including the production, including the cameraman. That is a liability to the network. That is a liability to the corporation. And I don't understand who in their right mind would ever defend such a thing. It's not just about humiliating Brit, which is literally the definition of revenge porn. Okay, it's not about that. It's about everything else. And now, honey, Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen has had something to say about Kenya Moore. Now, this is what I find very interesting with this situation, because throughout it all, we have called it revenge P, revenge P, revenge P. That was like the first thing I said when it first happened. And Kenya has been adamant about it not being revenge P. Now, Andy Cohen has tipped in, and him and his friends have discussed it, and they have made it an even bigger question. They said, is it sexual assault? Can it be sexual assault? Hold on, I'm gonna play it as soon as I find it. Y'all like this video? Like this video. Hold on. Right now. You said she should seek professional help. Child, I don't understand how someone who is damn near 60, I don't understand how somebody who is of age can go about such a thing and like literally do that to another woman. Who does that? Y'all let me know in the chat. Y'all let me know in the chat. Hold on just a minute. Here is what Andy Cohen said. You said, Keandra said, I feel that Britt should be fired. She actually made a threat. She literally said she got pistols and whips. Just because I say I got pistols and whips, that don't mean I'm threatening you here. I can say that to you right now. I got pistols, I got whips, I got all of that. That I didn't say I was gonna shoot you with them. I just told you I got them. So you can like mind your P's and Q's. Don't threaten me now. I got pistols, I got whips. But I'm just saying, y'all think it's a threat. I don't. I really don't. Hold on. Here is, where is Andy? Lord. Hold on. I thought I had it pulled up. Kenya appeared to have been possessed. Now, is it I was I the only person that noticed that Kenya kept taking hits of Patron? She kept taking hits of Patron, and it's like, wait a minute, Kenya, you doing the most. You are absolutely positively doing the most. Are you drunk? What's going on? What is going on? Could she make that excuse that she was having issues and it was the alcohol? Can it? I don't know. Here it is right now. Here it is right here. Here is Andy. We're gonna watch. We're gonna listen to what Andy says. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are researching. Now, this particular soundbite came online. Andy Cohen breaks down the Kenya and Brit situation on his Bravo Andy radio show alongside his co-host. Now, let's listen and see what he had to say. Hold on. Hold on.
What happened is that Britt made a comment at the end of last week's episode, like, I have a gun and a whip or something like that.
I saw that.
And on this week's episode, they all said to Britt that you can't say that shit. And she was like, yeah, you're right.
I don't like his black set. I don't like his black set. You can't say that shit. You can't say that.
Whatever. She shows up to Kenya's opening of her gorgeous salon, which is beautiful, that Kenya has worked so hard on, that she dedicated to her daughter. And it's this big event, opening it with all these people there. And Britt comes in and brings her flowers and says,
he giving a whole play-by-play. Britt comes in and gives her flowers, honey. I told y'all, Britt not only apologized once, she apologized at least 3 times on air, okay? The final being to Kenya's face where she kind of ignored her.
I
And a
want to
note.
apologize to you and a note. And Kenya totally ignores her, like totally. And Britt's like, okay, I'm just going to leave these here. And Britt leaves. And then Kenya gets up and makes her whole opening about someone came after me and they shouldn't have. And I started looking.
Now, before I continue with this, was Kenya's speech a little bit cringe? Like it was so uncomfortable. Even the people in the room, some of which I have spoken to, said that it was very uncomfortable watching Kenya do what she did as it was unfolding. No one knew exactly what was going to happen. You know, people online are saying that the producers didn't even know what was on the poster boards. They may have known she was about to do a presentation, but they didn't know that she had PORN on there. So all of those people standing around were looking amazed, astonished. What is Kenya gonna do? Is she acting? Is she playing? You know, don't come for me. All the little, you know, dramatics she was doing, it was a bit much, especially after taking 4 or 5 shots of Patron.
Into who this woman is, and this is who she is, and she starts showing pictures of her
With like poster board that she
And
printed
this
out.
is like
and one of the pictures is
revenge
her.
porn type.
Yes.
Did you not hear the man interrupted Andy? Revenge, PORN. Andy didn't correct them. Let me see what Andy say. One of the pictures is what, Andy?
Revenge
Her.
porn type.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the pictures is her
Oral sexing.
Yeah,
I've heard
and
that.
so and the Atlanta Housewives were like, we're out. We don't
Yeah.
want any. The place like clears out.
Yeah.
So Andy didn't say it wasn't revenge porn. It definitely wasn't revenge porn. Okay, sound like he was co-signing to me.
And so, and then there's and Cynthia said in all my time at the show, this is the lowest I've ever seen anything get. And
Now, what is this glitter bracelet you?
Now we don't care about the glitter bracelet, yeah.
Sorry, it's
tape this
very
weekend.
eye-catching and beautiful.
I know it actually is. It's
I
glitter
like-
tape.
I like
Liza
it. It's
gets it
diamonds.
for bed. Yeah,
Wow, I
They're
like
I
that.
have glitter tape everywhere.
Bring me some.
Yeah.
Put it around my cock.
Did he say put it on my what? Ooh, that sounds like sexual harassment. Did he say put it on my did he say that? Put it on my rooster?
God. Anyway, so that's what, you know, and then there's a slide at the end of the show that says, Bravo, stop filming with Kenya after this.
Well, you know, they say, like, you know, there's all this talk of, you know, after the
Yeah, it was the black screen for me. It was the black screen. We have chosen not to display these explicit images. It was the black screen. The black screen says a lot. And then after everything played out, it was the black screaming at the end. You know, Bravo has decided not to film with Kenya for the rest of the season. And I feel like the rest of the season will be the rest of the year. And the rest of the year will be the rest of the show's series. Okay. Love My Kid said Kenya was dead wrong. Miss Detroit per her fights like she grew up in the suburbs of Karen. She is a broken lady, almost shattered. Kenya knows she has been on all fours many times. Oh, we're not gonna slut shame. We're not gonna body shame. We're not gonna pull a Kenya on Kenya. We're not going to do that because let's be honest here. Let's not forget the Bolo episode, okay? The Bolo episode, Kenya ran poor Tanya off the show. Listen, Kenya had Porsha, you know, in her feelings because Kenya was policing Porsha's vajayjay. Y'all don't remember that? Kenya was so worried about Porsha and Tanya and what they was doing with Bolo behind closed doors. It was like, girl, like I remember doing commentary on it. I was like, why are you so obsessed with that lady's sex life? Who, as a grown woman, would be obsessed with what another woman, a single woman at that, is doing behind closed doors with a man? Like, ooh, we are grown here. We not in high school. And that's what it feels like now that we're in high school and now sucking pick is illegal, is humiliating, and I'm gonna show her sucking pick. Okay, like what? And listen, honestly, you know, y'all were with me on the scene when somebody came out and said that she revealed that a picture of something with a zick on her mouth. Okay. But Cynthia, even though we didn't see the images, Cynthia on the scene during filming basically said, like, nobody want to see nobody sucking no dick. Like, are you serious? So it confirmed everything without us seeing it. So listen, Bravo didn't have to show it. And the fact that That particular instance of showing something like that is humiliating. Somebody do that to Kenya, I'm sure she would fall out and call the popo ho. Okay, somebody did it to Porsha, I'm sure she would feel away. And listen, Porsha's mouth dropped because they say Porsha did a lot of freaking stuff out in this world. Okay, and Porsha was like, well, shit, if she'll do it to her, I'm sure she'll do it to me. Don't let me fall out. And then she come pulling naked pictures or something she done found of me back in my video vixen days, because I'm sure there's some out there. And then Kelly saying, she's been a hoe in her day too, because look, she went and got butt shots to be on King magazine. But I'm digressing. Let's finish listening.
The Me Too movement. It's like if you show someone a dick pic or a nude pic without them saying, yes, I would like to see that right now, that's like sexual assault. You can't just go around being like, hey, someone did it to me the other day. I was at a workout class and they were like, hey, look at this guy from last.
That is sexual assault. You don't know what anybody's trauma is. I'm just saying, you don't know. You don't know. And then she did that in a room full of people. You don't know what's going on in that room full of people. You don't know who could have been triggered. You don't know who could have been emotionally traumatized. The camera people, they didn't sign up for that. I just came to work this morning. Okay. I just came to work. I just wanted to run this camera and go home to my wife and kids. Then it's probably some lady, she the producer. She was like, no, I don't want to see this. Somebody touched me when I was a kid. That's the last thing I want to see is some pictures while I'm here at work. Like, who does that at their job? Y'all let me know.
Tonight. And I was like, I didn't ask to see that right now.
Right. Yes, Jordan.
Well, I was going to say the bad part of it and the sad part of it was that, like you said, it was Kenya's opening of her store that she's worked so hard for, and that it's been Kenya Moore.
Look, the grand opening now. Let's be for real. It's not the first grand opening. It's not the second grand opening. It's like the fifth grand opening. She did a grand opening last season. Wait. I think I got a screenshot of it. She did a grand opening. Here it is right here. She did a grand opening and she was all on the Instagram basically telling people they cut me out. I worked so hard and all the people came and I don't understand why they would cut everything out and everybody was there, even colorist Claudia back. When was this? In 2000. I don't even know what year it is. What we in 25, 24? It was like in 23, 22. They've been on 2-year hiatus. In 22, it was in 22. Hold on, let me see. Here it is right here. I'm gonna get back to Andy in a minute because he bored me. Here it is right here. This is what Kenya has said. Okay, because somebody was saying, oh, I'm so ready to see this Kenya Moore hair spa next week. Okay, y'all remember this? Look, Candy was there, colorist Claudia was there, Cynthia was there, Kenya was there. That season she wore a white dress. Sanya was there. Remember Sanya Reynolds? Okay. Sheree was there. Everybody was there. Look at Freddie O back in the back. Freddie O was there again. Okay. So then she said, I think it was edited out of RHOA despite having the entire cast there except one and Miss Cynthia Bailey and Claudia colorist Jordan and being my main storyline. Girl, don't nobody care. Okay, it was edited out because everybody knew that it was not open. It was edited out because you didn't have no clients. It was edited out because it's not a real salon. It's a content creation space. Thank you, Shells in Virginia. Thank you so very much. Yes, Sonia Richards Rouse. Thank you so much, friend. So yeah, and Candy didn't show up either because Candy knew it was a flop and a farce. Okay, even Candy, even her quote unquote friend Candy knew that the salon was a farce. Okay, we still know that it's a farce because even to this day, the people say that it is not open. Okay, people live in the building say it's never open. I'm just letting y'all know what the people say. Anyway, let me finish listening to Andy. Y'all like this video as y'all get in here because we got a lot to talk about, honey. We got a lot to talk about. Hold on. There's Andy.
For years, and it was like a big moment for her.
Why'd
and
she
like
do that?
She should have been celebrating herself, but instead she used the time to like do revenge porn and bring somebody else down. And at the end,
everybody's doubling down. Everybody's calling it revenge. PORN. Everybody, it's all on Essence Magazine. It's all on the Daily Beast. It's all everywhere. It was on straight from the A.com. It is everywhere. Revenge. PORN.
End of the day, it was such a bad look for Kenya.
Yeah, why would
And
she?
You telling me I'm rejoicing in people's downfall? We watching the TV show, child. She's entertaining me. How am I rejoicing in her downfall when she rejoiced in her downfall by pulling this stunt herself? Y'all explain to me. I had absolutely nothing to do with Kenya Moore's thought process. Okay. Absolutely nothing. So y'all can't blame me for this. I'm sorry. Y'all can't.
She sabotaged herself and her business.
Even the Caucasian lady with Andy said it. Even the Caucasian lady. What y'all want me to do? Sound sad? Wait a minute. Cheryl said, "You sound too excited." I'm here to entertain y'all, just like Kenya was there to entertain the people with the revenge PRN. Do you want me to sit up here and cry? Oh my God. I can't believe that Kenya. I can't. Y'all, Kenya did it. I can't believe she did it. We said she did it. I don't know why she did it. I'm sorry. I didn't do that when Nene left the show. You think I'm gonna do it for Kenya? Absolutely not. I'm gonna report the news.
Yeah. What's she thinking?
Jody
wasn't.
from Minneapolis. What did you think?
Yay, hi. Also, yeah, I'm just
not they taking calls. Not they taking calls. What the calls say, Chair?
so proud of Bravo and how they handled it and all the housewives that left.
Oh, not the Caucasian lady saying they are proud of Bravo and the way they handled it. Okay, y'all on the Instagram does not matter because y'all not tuning in anyway. It's the white ladies in Idaho. It's the Caucasians in New York. It's all of them that they are that they are trying to convince to tune in. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all think y'all know, but y'all have no idea.
After Kenya showed it, it was so trashy and it was so negative and ugly. And I don't know, I think a few years ago, not all the wives would have left after that, but I'm really proud that they all left. And
everybody's proud that everybody stepped out except for Drew. Drew stayed to the bitter end. I told y'all I saw her and she was there even after production left. But Porsha left. Shamia left. Britt had already left. Kelly left. Angela left, and they was all on the corner. Cynthia left. Cynthia was the last to leave, but they was all on the corner snatching them mics off. And remember, if y'all go back and watch my commentary, I even said that I had overheard, and I was paraphrasing, that somebody said, I wasted the outfit. I don't even know why I came. And what was Portia's word? Something like, I don't even want it known that I'm here. That's pretty much what she said. Take these mics off of me. I don't even want to be filmed no more. That's exactly what was going on. So I literally reported the exact story. Oh my God, I'm so proud of myself.
You know, Britt making that comment about the guns and the whips. I don't know. I didn't feel like it was totally like, I'm gonna go kill you, Kenya. I think.
See, if the Caucasian Karen don't think it's a threat, you know Kenya didn't think it's a threat. Now come on now. Now I would expect the Caucasian Karen to be like, oh my God, the blacks are mentioning guns. Oh my God. But no, in this Trump era, we could carry guns. You could do all of that. Okay. You just can't tell nobody you're gonna pow them. That is a physical threat when you say you're going to use it. But if you say you got it, you just letting it be known that I am protected.
I think it was just her talking smack, and oh my gosh, Kenya just took it way too far. Yes. And on a side note, I saw Luann. She was in town here on Saturday night, and she was.
Oh, we don't care about Luann. Now, on a related note, Kenya actually responded to Andy. And here is what she said. Hold on, where I go, child? Oh shoot! Shout out to Radiance, because I had to find it over here. Shout out to Radiance, honey. Let me do this. Radiance be having all the tea. Wait a minute, where it go? Lord, I'm trying to get the. Hold on. I'm trying to get the screenshot. Okay, there it is. Bam, open. Bam, screenshot. Bam. All right, okay. Now where am I? I'm right there. Stop screen, share screen, present, share. See, I need a producer. Okay, Kenya responded to Andy. And here is what she said. Okay, yes, she is going out real sad. Kenya said the two, quote, co-hosts are extremely ignorant. Oh, she tiptoeing. Okay, she just stopped short of calling Andy ignorant because, it was Andy's show and Andy did not correct them. So it's like Andy really agreed. Kenya says sexual assault is rape. Remember, that's what Phaedra accused Candy of attempting to do to Porsha. Revenge P If someone showed Kim K sex tape to you, is that revenge, P? Let me answer your question, Kenya. Yes, that would be. If I did not consent to see naked people, that is, I mean, I would say so. If listen, we all know that Kim K's tape is commercial, right? If Kim K was invited to Kenya's hair spa and Kenya printed out pictures from Kim K's sex tape, put them on a poster board, and pulled them out, would that not be considered revenge porn too? Because she's literally doing it with malice. She's doing it in a room full of people who did not sign up for to see this sex tape. Like, I'm just saying, somebody needs to school Kenya. Kenya is too old and too knowledgeable and too educated to be so stupid. Okay. She said, if someone showed Kim K sex tape, is that revenge porn? Yes. She says, I found that plus tons of others online. So now she admitted she found it online. She said she found it online, but the recording on the show, she claims she had a private investigator do a background check, and this is what they found. So is she the private investigator? Because if she had a private investigator, that would mean she paid somebody to uncover these images. So she goes on to say she signed a release for it, so it's a fair receipt. Is it a fair receipt to put it on blast in front of your salon? I cannot believe that this woman is doubling down on being stupid. I cannot believe it. Kenya, you disappointed me. I mean, I just thought you were smarter than this. She goes, warning, if you are not an attorney and familiar with Georgia law, then shut the F up. Okay, I'm not an attorney, but I'm very familiar with Georgia law, and revenge, PORN, is very clear. You do not have to be a boyfriend, former lover, partner, domestic, any of that. It literally states that if you pull images of an explicit nature of someone without their permission to humiliate them, it is considered revenge, PORN, in Georgia. Anyway, she goes on to say, sick of the bias and selective outrage. These comments should not have aired. It's a podcast. Where is legal? So now Kenya is pulling the legal card. It sounds like Kenya is about to get her attorney involved, because she is like, why did this podcast air of them accusing me of doing revenge, PORN? Why did this podcast air of them accusing me of sexual assault? How could that happen? She then goes on to say, you don't want activated Kenya. What is activated Kenya? I shouldn't have shown at my event, but for the love of God, why would they ignore a clear gun threat? Oh God, Kenya. I think she is. She just gonna go down with in flames. I mean, she ain't gonna even try to stop the leak. I'm just saying. Back in the day, when I first told you that Kenya was indefinitely suspended, and I felt like in my heart of hearts that meant she was FIRED. Okay, then Kenya went on a whole press tour. She went on Tamron Hall to like pretend to be sorry, and Tamron was telling her it wasn't right. Y'all remember all that? And now here we are again, her doubling back and pretty much saying, I did what I did. I found them. I did it online. So her and Team Twirl are the only people who can find these alleged images online, because everybody and their mama have been looking for them and nobody can find them, which is interesting. Okay. Some people claim that Britt has scrubbed them off the internet. Some people claim that she was underage. There are a lot of theories going around. Now, if she was underage, regardless if she signed a release or not, Kenya, you're out of there, Kenya. Especially if, like Andy said, they did an internal investigation and they found out exactly where you got it from. So I'm just saying, it's all bad. It is all bad. Kenya has no team behind her. Hold on, Neil didn't put it up there. Revenge porn is the distribution of sexually explicit images or videos of individuals without their consent, with the punitive intention to create public humiliation or character assassination. Thank you, Neil. Okay, thank you, Neil. Can somebody please print this out and get this and put it on a poster board and give it to Team Twirl? Because clearly nobody seems to understand that it is the intention behind it. If me and you friends and we kikiing and I pull up Kim K sex tape, that's one thing. But if you put Kim K sex tape on a damn poster board in a room full of people you don't know, in an effort to humiliate Kim K, who is on her way, that is revenge, PORN. Okay. So you said right. It doesn't matter if they were already public. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Facebook. Shout out to all y'all. Now, I want to remind y'all of something real quick. Y'all know I love going into the little archives and stuff. But hold on, where is it? Like this video while y'all in here. Like this video. Now it's crazy because everybody keeps saying, like, why did Bravo even air it? I don't understand. Why would they air it? I don't they aired it because they spent money, time, and resources on the cast and crew to be there. They aired it because they had to show y'all exactly why, they came to the decision that they made. That, listen, hold on. Let me play this for y'all. I couldn't find this the other day, but finally somebody posted it. Now I can't find it again. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Jeez, I can't find it. It's on my phone. Like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. I wanted to go down memory lane and show the leaked audio that that Kenya had posted when not Kenya, that people had posted basically confirming that it was revenge PRN because of some of the statements that she made. Now the statements did not make the cut. They did not make the cut. Is this it? No, that's not it. When she said Snapchat that Punani. Oh, where I put it? I can't find it. Like this video, y'all. I'm coming. I got too many accounts. What? Is that it? That's not it either. Jeez. I know I put in my like videos. Oh well. I'm gonna look one more place. Hold on. I'm gonna look one more place. Put it on the billboard. Okay, put it on a billboard. Please put it on a billboard. Did they delete it again? Every time I find it, I can't find it again. Hold on. Hold on. Damn. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves in the chat. Gotta do a search for it. Leaked audio. I thought I had saved it. Is this it? Nope, that's not it either. Oh well. You said they. All right, I'm gonna let y'all call in. I'm gonna let y'all call in, but y'all know I be liking to pull all the receipts and put them all together first. But I'm gonna put the link in there for y'all to call in while I do this. Hold on, because I want to hear what y'all have to say. Is it revenge? PRN? Is it sexual assault? What is it? Why is everyone so divided? Y'all let me know. Mhm. Hold on, hold on. And then that. Jeez. Oh, don't mind. Is that it? I don't think that's it either. I can't find that audio anywhere. Okay, anyway, let me go ahead and play this to remind y'all of Kenya's untimely demise and why it is time for her to go, because your words always come back to bite you. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know. That's why I be real careful a lot of times about a lot of things that I say, because Kenya, your words have come back to bite. Y'all remember this?
So that clearly means that the network is sending you a message. You're not as important as you think you are. The message is very clear. Either the network feels that you're still a valuable asset on the show, or they don't, and you're replaced or phased out, and you just have to move on. It's out on at least 4 to 5 episodes this season. So that clearly means that the network is sending you a message. You're not as important as you.
So who did the network send a message to this time? Y'all let me know. Did they send a message to Kenya? Kenya, are they sending you a message? Now you got to go to legal and try to figure out why Andy is accusing you of revenge, PRN, and sexual assault. Ooh, messy, messy. Hello.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Hey, Mickey. What's going on?
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Larger. Hey, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead, Mickey. How you doing?
Ciao. Grand opening, grand closing.
Grand opening,
Grand
closing.
opening and grand closing. Girl, you never win when you play dirty. You could never win when you play dirty. And it's so funny because you should learn from Nene. Learn from the lunchbox.
Well, I
Learn
don't think Nene
from.
would have ever put no revenge
Oh,
for it
no,
out
no,
there
no.
and
No,
then
not
beg
like
for
that.
justice.
Not like that. I mean, like,
Oh, okay.
girl, like you've been running around like your ish don't stink. Okay. You've been, I'm that big. Well, I'm that B, been that B, still that B. That's debatable. That's very questionable. But I think it's multiple things happening here. So on one end, yes, Brit should have never said that. We all agree. She was very, that rah energy is a little bit too much, but maybe she was tipsy, maybe she was drunk, whatever, heat of the moment, whatever. We all agree it was too much. But clearly,
Yeah.
Kenya, you was not threatened. We heard you on the hot mic saying, I hope she does something to me so she can go. It's the same thing you told Porsha when you was in that red dress. Yeah, get fired, get fired. You were antagonizing her. You do not retaliate in this way with illegal BS like this, with your quote unquote aggressor. You were not threatened. You were not scared for your life, clearly. And if you didn't want to even film with her, you could have told your security, hey, this is what she looks like. This is her name. Do not let her in. It doesn't matter
Like
if
they
it's
was gonna do me.
literally like, do not let her in. I don't want her here. This is my event. Whatever, whatever. Like, no. You were not, you let a newbie trick you out of your damn job that funded this damn business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not as smart as you want everybody to believe that you are. You've been on this show for years. You are a seasoned vet. Out of all the things that you've been through on the show, you let this girl, we don't even know if she's going to be around next season. trick you out of your damn main bread and butter. And the
Yeah.
flip side to this is I really think that whole presentation that she had, I think
Uh-huh.
she was talking to production. It's not for everybody else. Because
What?
remember, Michelle, 2 years ago, you brought it up. She filmed something for the show, the first soft launch or reopening or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She was not happy when they didn't air it. And then what did she do? She ran on over to Carlos King and she aired out her grievances. What did she say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm never protected. Oh, they always give me the bad edit. Oh, I'm always the villain. I never get the benefit of the doubt. I've been through this. I've been through that. Oh, who's doing the casting? These girls are getting contracts without us even meeting them. It's wrong with the something's wrong with the casting. What's going on? Oh, when I got fake married, they let me off the show. She
When I
was
got
very
pregnant.
salty. Oh, I filmed
Uh-huh.
something for the show. They never aired it. Her issue is not with Brit. Her issue is with Bravo. Because at
Mm.
the end of the day, you thought that you was the big bad wolf and you're running the show and you're the queen and you've been around for so long. And how dare they not, appease me? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with Kenya, it's like you have a God complex. The same one that people accuse Nene of having, you have it too, honey. And
Mm.
clearly they taught you a damn lesson. But Kenya, grand opening, grand closing, it's just I mean, it was just so cringy to watch. And I just miss the show that I fell in love with when I was in high school.
Right. Not
This
high
is so
school, girl.
sad. This is so sad. But they didn't even get the ratings.
They
You
didn't.
know, they didn't even get it. And you was not scared. You're just mad that, you didn't think it all the way through.
You're right.
Clearly. Clearly. It's just too
Well,
much.
I appreciate you, Mickey. Thank you for your input, honey.
Thank you, Michelle. Have
All
a good
right.
night.
You too. Bye. Hold on. Larger. Hey, what's up, friend?
Hey,
Hey.
oh my God, I hit it 3 times. First off, I was totally looking for the Porsche in the background. I even slowed it down and I was like, was that it? Was that
Did you
it?
not see it?
Was that it? I didn't see it. I don't
Oh,
know. Well, I really don't know what it really looks like. You have two of
well,
them,
yeah.
and I didn't know which one you were,
I
but
think
I
it's on
knew it should
Akila.
have been there.
What's her name? Akila Coleman. What's her name?
I don't know.
Kenya's friend.
Akila?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Oh,
on her page
Akila.
too.
Yes. Okay. So, okay. Allegedly, I heard things about
Uh-huh.
Akila in this Ming Lee and how
Mm.
they allegedly were supposed to be trying to get on the show via somebody,
Well, they've been
but it
trying to
fell
get on the
off.
show, but here's the thing though. Let me say this real quick. Ming
Okay,
Lee
please.
and Britt, the reason why I don't believe that theory, because I didn't bring it to y'all, is because Ming Lee and Britt were friends. So I mean, I don't know. Because people are trying to make it seem like because they both dated Rick Ross. Rick Ross and dated probably half of Atlanta. I don't think that
Mm-hmm.
would be a reason for them not to like each other. They don't like hang out or nothing that I've seen, but yeah.
And you don't
Yeah,
think
I
that
don't.
they're natural competition for a peach?
Eh, No, not. I don't think that would be. It would be serious enough for Brit to like dig up some pictures. I mean, for Ming Lee to dig up pictures of Brit, but I don't know. Like I said,
I don't either.
Kenya's
It's
on her own
allegedly
with this one. Kenya is
speculative
really on her own.
for real
Y'all
because it
keep
was
trying to save
definitely
her.
it was something she could have Googled. As soon as I heard about it, I Googled it. And
Uh huh.
before I do anything like that, it was something I would have Googled. Even if she didn't have a legal defense, she could have Googled, if I do this, what might happen? If she
Mm-hmm.
could have chat GPT'd, if somebody threatens me with a gun, is it disproportionate for me to respond with revenge porn? She could
There's
have.
my car right there. She did.
Yes. So proud
And
of
so
my.
you would have to know what you were looking for. So most of the time you saw like just
Oh,
the front headlights or whatever. And then
okay. So
and
that
then I
was
think it was one I was backed in. Was that me right there? I don't know. But I was always right over there. I had backed in one time and I had pulled
about
forward.
freaking on
Mhm.
location reporting.
I had a good old time that day, huh?
That was an amazing live that day. That was so incredible.
Michelle was
Oh
on
my
the
God.
scene, honey.
Okay.
It was so incredible.
Hey, Sierra content.
What's up, Michelle? Hey.
Hey.
It's good to
So
see
it,
you
so
and talk to you.
it's good to see you too, friend. But wait, y'all, I found the and I'm sorry I had hung up on Mickey too quick. I had found the audio that when Kenya was like Snapchat that did well, I had to, pull up my old video. But got to listen to this audio and try to dissect it. Did y'all hear that in the beginning? Someone said, "Is that a penis?"
Yeah.
Brittany does escort. Now it sound like Kenya Moore voice to me. And all the people in the background, Kenya, no, Kenya, no. I'm gonna keep rewinding. Only 40 seconds.
She sounds so unhinged. Like
Yeah. And then she said, "I Snapchat that."
It sounds like she was having a breakdown almost. I was like,
She said, "You're not
why
only
didn't
a
she
hoe,
ever
you a
stop?
cheap hoe." 1,400. Oh yeah, she said, "You're not only a hoe, you a cheap hoe." Oh shit.
Why didn't she ever stop?
I don't know. Hold on, let me see.
when they
Cheap
flipped that
hoe.
switch.
$1,400. She said, "You're not only a hoe, you a cheap hoe. Not you calling the girl a hoe in the middle of your grand grand opening."
You're not only a hoe, you a cheap. You all cover the magazines, being a star, you all cover the magazines.
She said, "You on covers of magazine." Did she? Wait. So she was speaking to Britt directly. Wait. Did she say you on covers of? Hold on.
Oh yes, okay. You over here on Snapchat. Your body was like Snapchat me that pussy, and you did.
Now, what made her think that was okay to say?
That was so vulgar.
Mm-hmm.
That was high key vulgar for her. That was not on brand at all for Miss USA, the 2nd, the 1st, the 18th. It doesn't matter. That was not on brand. It sounded like she was like literally like having like, I was like, can she still claim postpartum? Like it literally sounded like she was having a moment.
Britt, what's her name? Brooklyn is 17. No, but I don't know. I do think there was I don't know. Maybe she's going through perimenopause, menopause. I don't know, because like that alcohol mixed with hormones and whatever else. Maybe she a little, bipolar. I don't know, but she was doing a whole lot.
A whole lot. Yeah. It ended up being, who'd have thought it would turn into a grand closing.
Not a grand closing, Lord. Well, it did.
Too much. I'm kind of feeling like, even if the whole thing that I already mentioned, even if that whole alleged speculation thing isn't it, I kind of feel like Britt was onto something. Now looking at all of this whole soliloquy, that was a lot. The poster buds was a lot. It was too much. That she had practiced all of that so much. It was too much for a simple pistol comment in a Carrie state, when she herself just pulled her pow on the robbers, so she says, and
she pulled him on the robbers and she
brandished
pulled him on
it.
the show.
Yeah, in the closet with Brandon. Sure did. And mentioned directly Phaedra, which not only showed explicit threat, but it showed that she could have carried it out. So if Phaedra would have felt like doing some stuff with her Esquire, she could have pressed a charge, because it showed she could have done it. Whereas Britt's verbal threat without brandishing a pow or having one on her person means that it could be lessened to a misdemeanor, because she couldn't have carried it out. And for this one, to be so like, oh my God, they didn't listen about a bow bow, calling Andy Cohen ignorant. I'm like, uh-oh, wrong path. You're pulling Nene now. People was mad when they thought she called him a racist. This is not good. This is like, you're getting over there, girl. You're not coming back, huh? See ya, bye.
Mm-hmm.
See ya, bye.
Mm-hmm.
Getting on there calling Andy ignorant. Well, and she had it. I feel like she already had a dossier on Brit. I feel like she already had it, and Brit just happened to go ballistic that night and go off. And she said she was going to get a private eye, but now she's saying she had the information. She looked it up. So I'm like, she probably already had it.
And then on
At least,
Tamron, she said somebody gave them to her. So it's like she's coming up with 3, 4 different
right,
stories. You don't know what to
right,
believe from Kenya at this point. And my
right.
thing is, people keep saying, "Well, production did it," and da 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 da. Look, Porsha been breaking the fourth wall since the season started. If that was the case, why wouldn't Kenya be transparent instead of losing her job and say production did this?
Right.
So production
Exactly.
had nothing to do with this. And then there was I think I saw a clip of producer, if you in the Discord, I think Radius had put it in there. There was a producer on Instagram that basically was responding to comments and said he didn't know anything about the poster boards.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I think Kenya's on her own, which is why she's unhinged right now. Then she got everybody saying, it's gross, it's disgusting. Why did she do it? She got Cynthia, her friend, going around doing press as a friend of the show, sitting next to Andy. You don't think that's odd that Cynthia came on Watch What Happens Live to talk about this Kenya Moore situation, and none of the other ladies who are peach holders was on that day? Like Cynthia came to
Oh.
specifically put the nail in that dang coffin. And the
Mhm.
week before, Kelly was on there. Kelly didn't even get to sit next to Andy. So I just felt that it was a agenda.
I did
going on
notice
with that.
that. I be noticing that seating thing on there. I
Uh-huh.
noticed that. Hmm. Kelly was sure over there. I always feel like the new one should get the first chair, period. I don't
Yeah.
care if or whatever. You should get first chair in Andy's house if you're a newbie. For sure, for sure. And for Kelly to be sitting over there, that wasn't okay. Now for Cynthia to be sitting there and doing the whole I saw Kenya posted Nene talking about Cynthia kind of going because she's mad at you instead of just being mad at you. There was this clip going on around there,
Oh
and
yeah.
Kenya reposted
That
it.
Kenya reposted it. Yeah.
Yes,
Yep, it's on her
yes.
Twitter too. She's really, really pressed. Like it's on her
Yeah.
Instagram and Twitter.
And that other clip of Nene saying that Kenya would be the demise of the show is
Uh-huh.
floating around too.
Is this
Yeah.
it? Oh, this it right here.
Something wrong or something you don't like. I don't think you align yourself with the enemy. I think that you stick with your friend and you say, look, we were friends. I liked you. You did this and I did not like that. But at the end of the day, you're not going to align yourself with the enemy. When you have a friend,
So yeah, I mean, Nene was talking about Kenya and Cynthia at the time. So why is she reposting this when they were talking about you and Cynthia being a flip flopper? Now you saying Cynthia's a flip flopper? It doesn't make sense. You were
Yes.
wrong. Cynthia didn't
Yes.
say nothing bad about her. She didn't like, but she is doing a bunch of press though. But she worked for Bravo and she's working for her check, I guess.
Yeah. And one last thing, I think that Cynthia was not being two-faced. She said it at the place. She did have a shake in her voice. I did not see the tears she mentioned, but she did
Mm.
have a shake in her voice when she was like, you know what, Kenya, I expected more from you. I gotta
Mm-hmm.
go. I'll call
Mm-hmm.
you. I really feel like she was like, no, because she was there.
Yeah,
And like she
yeah.
said, they curated a lovely season. I was even gonna watch you guys. And
Yeah,
I've been
and I
off
saw
of
I
since
saw
Nene left.
them, like I said, I saw them literally pack up and leave. And the way production got out of that, that's the first time I've been to many, 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 many a soiree. But like
Mhm.
I've never seen production like literally pack up in it seemed like in the middle of everything and go. Like everybody wasn't even
Yeah.
leaving yet. They was taking
Oh,
mics off people and everything. Like it's over.
yeah. They were like, oh no, we filmed that. Now we're filming this. And
Mm-hmm.
she's doing that. And they were like, we gotta go. We got
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
since stage
You're right.
left. But thank you for your on the spot journalism that night that we even got some of the truth that we were able to like have those bits and pieces up till now so that it all fits when she's trying to spin her web of lies
Yeah.
and really get like people are really arguing and have been. Oh no, she would never do anything like that from the beginning. She would
Yeah,
never.
they was
She's
calling
too
me a
smart.
liar until People
Yes.
Magazine or somebody posted it. Then all of a sudden, she's indefinitely suspended. I'm like, but didn't I just tell y'all that?
Yeah.
Am I
She was going to
invisible?
sue you. Remember, she was going to
Right.
sue you.
Her,
She was
her
going
and
to sue the
colorist
people.
Claudia was gonna sue me.
Yes. Yes.
I'm still
Anyway,
waiting.
darling,
Thank
thank you so
you,
much.
Larger.
Have a
Appreciate
great
you,
night.
friend. All right, you
Okay.
too.
Peace.
Hey, Sierra Content.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, friend.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. Where have you been?
I just been chilling, I've been watching every show in the chat, but today is just it's a glorious day. I'm here to celebrate Kenya's downfall. Listen, Michelle's not saying this. I'm saying it. I am
Okay.
happy that she showed her behind because it
Oh,
was time for her to go.
oh, okay.
It was time because she's been a ticking time bomb since she pulled out Kim Fields' chair. I
Ooh.
mean, she's been the fakest person on the show. We were all just waiting for it to happen. Am I
Well,
right?
prophetess Nene Leak said it too. Remember? Wait, let me see.
Oh yes, we
Who
need
else
that
on the
clip.
show as
Uh,
for the show in certain ways. I also believe she will be the demise of the show as well.
What do you mean? Explain.
I think that a lot of her story is not real. I think she does too much. I think she turns off a lot of Black women just by the things that she does on the show. The things that she's just not kind, the things she says, the things she do. Should be some limit. Girl, we get that you're good for the show. But some of the stuff you do just gonna turn Black women off.
You think she
Mm-hmm.
and you think she does that just for the show? Like
She
outside of that,
Well,
she
no.
doesn't.
Some of this is who you are. Okay, now all of this is not
Mhm.
just for the show. It's some of that stuff has to be in you.
Ooh, now it had to be in you, honey.
It
Prophetess
truly
Nene
is.
Leak. She saw
I
the
mean,
future.
do you remember that one story that it was Chriselle Wilson from the Players Club? She told about Kenya. She basically had said that she met up with Kenya, and Kenya had found out that Chriselle was going on an audition. And so Kenya was like, "Oh yeah, girl, I'll drive you there." The day of the audition comes, Kenya does not show up. Chriselle finds a way to get there, and Kenya is sitting up at the audition that Kenya told Chriselle about, or Chriselle told Kenya about.
Wow. I can believe it. She doesn't seem to have too many female friends. I mean, it like literally. I don't know, but
And as for Cynthia, I don't see why Kenya and all of her fans are so mad at Cynthia. Cynthia has just been level-headed all throughout this whole situation. She hasn't disparaged Kenya at all. I see a lot of hate for Cynthia, and I just don't get
I
all of
think
this
they expect
rage.
Cynthia, but Cynthia still showed Kenya a lot of grace. She showed her more grace than she showed Nene.
Exactly, which boggles my mind because Nene didn't do half of the stuff that Kenya did. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just
And,
such
and
a
and Cynthia still saying, and I love her. And if she hasn't answered my calls, but I'll still, I'll be there when she needs me. I'm gonna give her time to cool off. It's like, girl, okay, girl, whatever.
it's the flunky in her. It's the flunky in her. She can't
Mhm.
help it. She just can't help it. But I still don't understand why they're being so hard. But I guess seeing their fave just kind of fall to the floor like this is it's tragic for them. I'm having a good kiki on these
They
internet
literally
streets.
sliding down the wall.
Like
No, not Kenya.
I've seen many of them say, "I need a mental health break." I'm like, oh my, were we doing this over Nene? I
Not a
think we
mental
just
health break. No, we weren't.
yes.
This Team Twirl. That's us in the audience. That's Team Twirl right there.
I mean, the
Like,
crashing
no.
out with Nene, it was just one tweet. With Kenya, it's been like a series of long posts, shade on Instagram. She is really pressed.
Yeah.
She's really pressed.
And
And
it's
shout out to
funny,
Brittany.
If you recall, Nene would be quiet. She would make little comments here and there or whatever. But you would not see Nene write no 5-paragraph letter on Instagram that will live in perpetuity, even if you delete it. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
whole, don't let Kenya get activated. That's a threat. Right there. What you gonna do, Kenya? That's a threat.
yeah,
Like,
you're
it's
right.
it's just interesting that, now all of a sudden, the victim has become the perpetrator.
It's funny how the shucker and jiver has now become the martyr. because
Ooh.
it was Kenya who was just so obsessed with just trailing after Nene. Oh, Nene, you ain't got no talent. Oh, Bravo ain't gonna hire you again. Now look at you. Now look
Mhm.
at you. I mean, it's just a glorious day. What can I say?
Oh, not a glorious day. Now we celebrating. See, that's why I stayed off a day or two because I didn't want to make it seem like I was gloating because I'm like I done already put it out there. I mean, the story is the story. I got a whole
Yeah,
Kenya Moore playlist y'all can go watch.
not a playlist. All right. Well, I
Okay, I
just
do.
wanted to, come up here and say how I felt because,
Thank
it's
you.
a good day. I don't think that Kenya really is all that important on the show. Like, let's be real
Mm,
about it. Like, she really hasn't done anything all that interesting so far. So, and as for Britt Eady, I do want to speak on her. I am a fan of Britt Eady. I
are you?
like her. Yeah,
Okay.
she's girly. She's a black Barbie. She hasn't really given me the laughs or the kikis yet, but maybe that will
Uh,
come soon.
okay.
Angela's giving me kikis. I like Angela.
Okay. Yeah, Angela and Charles, they give me a little kiki because I like their dynamic or whatever. It's kind of Peter and Cynthia ish. You know what I'm saying? I think that he messy. You know what I'm saying? I just like the way he is
Yes.
like unfiltered a little bit.
He's like that
Um,
old school grandpa, or not grandpa. Like, that old
a little
school,
grouchy old man.
a little bit,
They just
yeah.
say
Like a
just
little,
say how they feel. It don't matter. Yeah.
yeah, so. But
Did
I
y'all
haven't,
see my Porsche?
you mean on the episode?
Yeah.
I actually didn't even see it. I just saw the clips.
People saying that, because remember I was standing right there as Brit. I mean not standing there. I was in my car right there as Brit and them was walking out. The Aquila was still there at the end. I was getting ready to lead in when she was taking them pictures because I remember when she was taking them pictures.
That boy is
I think I
beautiful,
had
though.
it on the huh.
You still got it?
Hold on, let
That
me
thing
see.
is gorgeous.
What my Taycan?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I still got it.
But
I
I
ain't
didn't see
going
the
nowhere. I
episode
got it.
because I was just caught up. I did see the clips, and Kenya really just seemed totally unhinged. The way she called Shamia the B word, the way she was
Mm.
talking to the girl, stay out of it.
The way she told, yeah, Kelly to stay out of it. Yeah, yeah, I didn't like any of that. Yeah,
Uh,
it was that, if you go watch the show, you'll see they kept focusing on Kenya taking all these shots too. So it was like, wait a
oh,
minute.
oh, she was inebriated.
They showed the bottle, they kept showing the bottle of Patron.
Wow, at your own
Yep.
event. I mean, well, you can kind of do that at your event, but like to your own discretion. And clearly, she did not make the right choice. I mean, she
Mm.
got herself fired. I mean, and how about that title card at the end? They said they ceased filming with her. That
Okay.
never has happened. That ain't
Ever.
never happened.
Hmm.
Oh, girl. Well, Usher and Nene, and we might have a show.
There's a little
Maybe.
bit of it. Yeah, because I was parked right there in my car. And there go Kelly and Britt right there
Oh,
when they
wow, it
walked
is
out.
them.
And I was like, because at the time I didn't know who was who. You know what I mean? I was like just in there. So it's still online. Uh,
That
I
was a
think it's
Kiki,
called Kenya
too.
Moore's grand opening or whatever. Huh?
Was that on Patreon or was that off of Patreon?
It was
Part
on.
one.
Well, I actually this part two was on Patreon, but I ended up putting it on members only also. So it's on members only right now. But part one is public. And part one was when I ran into Cynthia and I was walking through there and speaking to everybody. And I was like, I'm banned. I'm not going in. I'm because everybody like, well, I see you inside. I was like, no, I'm banned. I just wanted people to see me. You know what I'm saying?
Child, and Cynthia, oh yeah, I'm gonna unblock you. And never
Uh-huh.
did.
Still blocked to this day, child. It's all
Well, all
good.
right, Michelle, I love you. I love seeing your
Love you
show.
more.
You are the
Thank
queen,
you.
the blogger, and accurate. And you have a
Thank
great night.
you.
Shout out.
All right,
And
you
I
too.
love Mama Joyce. Or Mama Joyce. What am I talking
Mama
about? Mama
Joyce.
Brown. Mama
Mama Joyce
Brown.
ain't my mama.
Yes. And much love to Mama Brown and hope
Thank
for
you.
healing for her as well.
Thank you. Appreciate you, friend.
All right. Good night.
See you later. Sierra content. Y'all go support Sierra content. Hey, Star.
Thanks. Hey Michelle, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Well, first off, I just want to say I am so tired of people trying to blame this producers. I'm just trying to figure out since when does it become or when has it become the producer's job to babysit grown women almost in their 60s? I just do
Well,
y'all
I
like
think
some
I
people
think they're
wanna
blaming I think they're kind of blaming production too because, truth be told, it was Carlos King who was there when Portia and Kenya, all of that stuff was going on. Remember, he was the one who picked Portia up and took her off stage.
Yeah.
Let's start there. And then there was another situation with Carlos where Portia Phaedra basically said a producer told her that, they was trying to, grate Portia in the dungeon or whatever. And rumor has it that was Carlos, and that was the last season that he was ever a producer on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So him and Phaedra both were booted at the same time. So he has a platform now, so his story may be a little different than the story that I heard. However, people blame production, and sometimes it's true, but I don't think it is this time. Hello, hello, hello. Did the microphone go off, y'all? I can't hear anything. Von Zipper.
Hey, Michelle, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear. Star, what happened? Star, call back. What's going on, Von Zipper? How you doing?
I'm well.
You didn't get caught up, did you?
No, I ain't get caught up in nothing.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say this real quick. It was very anticlimactic. Like for this to be the moment, to be the highest. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fortune. I'm not gonna lie to y'all like Miss Cleo. I can't tell the future. I can't tell the future, but I can spot a fraud.
It's not the highest rated. Was that what you was about to say?
I mean, because everyone wanted to see this incident, but like this is the moment that everyone's been waiting for. And the fact that like it wasn't even teased correctly, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And they just threw. I mean, part of me was like looking at the clock, because I did watch it live, and I was like, they better not do to be continued. No, they got rid of this
I
girl.
thought they were going to do it too. I was watching it and I was like, I know they not, but they didn't. So
That's how they done. Where any ordinary season that would have been a to be continued. Right when the poster board went up, everybody would have like opened their mouth,
But she's not even an actual cast member this season, so they gave her more than normal. Like literally, she got 5 minutes of the entire show.
She did. You right.
Yeah.
I think this is what happens when you try to self-produce yourself. I will say in Kenya's defense, in her head, she's like, this season is whack so far. And she wanted to light a spark and throw some jet fuel on it like she always does. And just went south. But like, if you think about it, like, if you watch the trailer, we've seen like 85% of the trailer so far. Nothing has happened this season.
They go to Grenada and then they go to Nashville. And then Phaedra comes. I don't know when Phaedra coming, but yeah, they got 2 trips planned, and then they go, and then Phaedra. So I've heard that the season is only like 12 episodes. So we shall see. They only have 8 on. It might not be, but 8. Shit. Well, it might be more than that. I think it's like 12 because I'm looking on the episode guide right now, and they have listed 8 so far. And the next one, I guess everybody gonna be talking about Kenya next week. And then the week after that, they go to Nashville. And then we don't know what number 8 gonna be yet.
I mean, that could be true because this happened in June, right?
Yep.
They wrapped like the second week of August. So it could, it really could.
And then they didn't even hit like, the highest rated they had so far was the premiere, which was 0.72, and they've been down below 0.6 ever since.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's give it to her. Like in life, you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them. I think 10 seasons is a good run for her. I don't know, like this isn't a career job that you work 25, 30 years and get a pension. So like it's time to move on. And she twirled too long. You know what happens when you twirl too long?
But I don't think she was expecting this. She probably had this money spent already. You know what I'm saying? And you only get like 5 episodes or 4 episodes out of a 12 episode season. I don't know.
Life come at you fast. Life come at you fast, but it's 10 years. Team Twirl, I'm just saying that was Team Twirl. You can't be mad. 10 years is a long time. So, good riddance. Best of luck. The hair spot probably still not open. I'm sure you got more information on that, and that's it.
They said the number disconnected. The spy is closed, child, but she's still been posting pictures of people standing in front of that flower wall, and people's like, are those old pictures? Did she Photoshop them? So I don't know. I try not to like go in on the shop being closed because people acting like I'm cheering for the downfall of the spy, and I'm like, that's our spy. Like if anything, I'm giving it press. So it is what it is.
That's it. Nice talking to you, Michelle.
Thank you, Von Zipper.
Take care.
You too. Hey, Mel NYC.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I just, this episode I thought about you because, of course, all the year that you've been covering it and it came out and all that. But, I don't hate Kenya. I don't. But I think that for me, she made a big mistake. I think that Britt Eady came in as a baby Kenya. I think that Porsha, somebody said that. And I say that because, why I rewatched some of the seasons recently. And Kenya was very hard in her shade battle with Phaedra. Now, Phaedra's not innocent. She's not one of my favorites. But I do remember the season 5 reunion. She wanted to, punch out Phaedra's teeth at the reunion. She said that, she wanted to take her teeth.
Oh, yeah.
out.
She said she fight pregnant women. Yeah, I remember
She
that.
did. And she also said in the season 6 that she was going to pow a pregnant woman. So, that was all verbal, but it was very brutal, the way that she wanted to do the wording with Phaedra. And so for her to then use that kind of thing with Britt Eady to say, I feel threatened by words, but Kenya, you've spoken more harsher on this show, more aggressive against a pregnant woman, and you've actually showed a weapon on the program. So, you're not a victim. You just basically trained Britt Eady to come on the show and try to Kenya you. She tried to come on the show and be the Kenya to you. I don't understand why Kenya got played out of her position by basically a deranged woman trying to be a Catwoman, basically. Like in the comic books, Catwoman is the only one that goes around with whips and weapons, Michelle. She goes around with whips and weapons, and she also talks in the kitten voice.
Well, Candy had a whip. Remember, Candy had a
Well,
whip at the bolo party.
But Britt Eady is talking about that she goes around with weapons and whips, and she talks in her kitten voice all the time. She's definitely getting Catwoman, like from the comic book, from Gotham. So for Kenya, they not see that and get totally. And then also another thing too, she had her fans and her again. Last year actually, this is the part that connects to you. And I was saying this. I said, how many times is Kenya going to say goodbye to the audience? Now, when you did your reporting, it was you, and you remember. I think you played a video after. She was in her salon. And she said goodbye to the audience. It was a video message. And then she has said goodbye about 5 times, even recently. So now when Andy comes out with his program and, he was being as diplomatic as he can, she had now said, what did she say? She said that, don't let me turn to Kenya, whatever it is. Miss Kenya, how you are really off the wagon right now. Like you're really not showing class in this moment. Like you've really been triggered. Yeah, she was at the salon.
She wherever she did that to Andy, she deleted that post, but I still got it. But this is her farewell post that she did, right after the episode aired.
She's been leaving more times than Miss Cher at this point. Like she's left the audience so many times. She said goodbye to us so many times. Again, I don't hate the lady. I don't hate none of the characters, but yeah, it's definitely given triggered. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but I think Britt Eady came on the show to basically to go after Kenya, and Kenya was smart enough to say, "Wait a minute, this is the same thing I did when I got there season 5, season 6. I was aggressive with my wording. I picked a target, and this is what happened." So, when she
and they all do it. Claudia did it when she targeted Nene. Like every season, the newbies, they do it. They've been doing it to each other. Kelly did it when she target who was she targeting when she got here? Shit, I can't remember.
Porsha.
Angela targeted Shamia. Kelly targeted Porsha because she was asking her why she took that lady man. So I think each one of them had an assignment.
I think they do. And then also, lastly, now let somebody else talk. The big moment that she did this thing, the stunt, and and so I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to see how she's going to pull it off. The lady comes in after she tells, I don't believe that that Britt and Kelly, who I actually enjoy, was making a fake scene to make Britt Eady looks good. I do believe that Britt Eady's aunt did pass away. I believe her aunt passed away and it was life support and it happened before the event. I'm sure there's records that could prove that. So why would that be a fake scene? I think
That's not a fake scene. Who said that was fake? Because I
well,
saw them when they drove up.
okay, so there you go. Yeah, so then
Yeah.
I think that was real. That the woman came in there, she was grieving. She gave her the flowers. She said apology. You know, Kenya was not scared in that moment. She was not scared. She looked at her. She didn't give her a hug. She said, okay, you're here now, so let me now pull out all this stuff. Kenya was going to escalate that 200%. If you're frightened of somebody from having weapons, you're not going to now take it to the next level. You know, you're not going to do that. So I'm sorry, but Kenya she's a smart lady, but this was a very dumb thing that she did.
Yeah. Well, you know, we suffer from the repercussions of our actions. So
Yes, we
that.
do. But
Well, I
yeah,
appreciate you calling me, Mel. Thank you.
of course. Have a good night.
All right. You too. The Real House Husband. Who
Hey,
this?
Michelle. How you been?
Hey, good. How you been?
I've been doing good. I want to
Yeah.
go back to the scene where they was at the bank and everybody was like, "Well, why did Britt get so mad?" Well, first of all, that's some nasty work when she said you're a peasant. That means that you a bum on the street. You begging for quarters. You know, she was like, peasants can't come for the queen. That's why Britt went off like that, because basically you just saying you beneath me. All right, shut up, you beneath me or whatever. That's why she went off, because everybody was like, I don't see why she got so mad. That would have pissed anybody off or whatever. You know, y'all just met. Then when it got to the event, she said, who is this woman? She was like, I told her how hard it's been to get butts in the seat. No, she didn't. She told it to Kelly. Right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think she was referencing Kelly. I don't know, but the way they edited it, because they did edit out a lot. Because remember, we just played the leaked footage when she was like, you know, you a cheap hoe. She a cheap hoe, blah, blah, blah. It's giving me when I think about that audio that Britt may have actually been there. You know what I'm saying? And they
Yeah.
edited it to make it seem like she left before Kenya showed the pictures, but I don't know what the timelines of events were. But yeah, she said a much more than we heard, and it was much more brutal than they actually aired. So yeah.
Yeah, because that part where she did say, I don't know what rapper that was, says snap me that P, or you know, send me some money or something like that. Something like that. It was more to it. So it was really nasty and vulgar. And you can tell because of the way that their face was looking, like Shamir and the way they was looking like, what? And did you see the way Porsha, her and
Oh,
Porsha
The
got a
color left Portia's face. Because
right.
just the rumors that be going around about Portia dating this person, that person, whatever. I can imagine Portia being like, if she could do that to Brit, then she can find pictures on me and put them up here. Because Portia
Right.
used to be a butt model too back in the day. Like, can you imagine if
That
somebody
part.
like brought these poster boards out at a public event? It's not even just a cast event. It's like the cast, the crew, and guests to the salon. It was a lot, and it was a liability for the network. It's not just about, I think, the beef between Kelly and her. Britt and her and Kenya. It's about her offending everybody.
Right. And the way Portia was looking, Portia was like, that's the Kenya that I know. That's the person that I know that would do some nasty work. That's the
And
way Portia
Bravo
was
pulled them
looking.
receipts too. Did you see they pulled them clips of when Kenya was antagonizing Portia when she first got there?
Yep. Sure did. They sure did. And that's what Portia was like. And I defended you, because Portia was looking like, I defended you for Brit, was saying that Kenya didn't even come after you, at first or whatever. And then Kenya turned around and do that. So it was just a lot going on in that, in that scene or whatever. And I just don't see why people just don't see the whole picture. The whole
I
thing
don't
was just
understand why
nasty.
people keep saying those pictures were public. Those pictures were public. Those pictures were public. Google the definition of revenge porn. You pulled out pornographic images of someone to humiliate and embarrass them in front of a group of people. The intent was there. It was literally the definition of what revenge PORN is. So I don't know who these little 12-year-olds in the chat who can't understand what that is. But then again, Kenya don't understand it either. So I don't know, child. It just seems like a lot of adults with arrested development. to me.
Michelle, they can't understand it because it's something that they would do or have done. The
Yep.
only people who are defending that, it's crazy.
But the thing about it is, though, and I'm gonna give it a go. But the thing about it is, though, when you do that, you burn the whole village down, even the kids and your family in it, and that's what she did. She don't have anything. You lost your salon, you lost your job. You know, the whole thing has just been burnt down. You know, and then you made fun of Nene when she did it, and you turn around 5 years later and do the same thing.
I'm not gonna
That's it.
compare to what she did now.
No,
Kenya
no, it's
literally
different.
blew up her own spot. Nene,
Yeah,
on the other hand, had issues with, Andy and all of that stuff, and they were being racist. And I felt like too,
and
all of
still are
those
being
girls
racist
should have stood with with
with
Nene, because
Nene.
now she got a settlement. They all calling her, Kenya calling her, I'm not being treated fairly. What should I do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Allegedly.
yeah.
So
Yep,
yeah.
exactly, exactly, and they still not being treated fairly compared to the ladies in Beverly Hills. But that's a different story for another day. But you have a good night. Thanks for listening to me.
Friend.
All
Thank
right,
you
I
for
talk to you.
calling.
I'll get back in the chat.
All right.
All
Bye.
right, bye.
Hey, let me let Star go.
Oh
Samojiglo.
yeah, sorry
Bye.
about that. My internet went out, but all I was gonna say is I'm just tired of people blaming the producers. Now I do get what you was saying about Carlos. However, people, do y'all want them to produce the show or not? Kenya did this on her own. If the producers really did produce it, then y'all would have a problem with that. So I just be a little confused. Kenya is just a mess, though. She's been a mess since day one. I'm really not understanding how people are swinging in the air for what she did. She has a daughter. First off, it's a
Yep.
salon for women, so regardless of everything,
Yeah.
I agree.
100%.
it's women, and you got a daughter.
Yeah.
I
Like,
agree.
why would you? If anything, she could have just brought it up. Like, girl,
But Kenya
I seen this, and this on X, but to really put it
has
on
a
poster
history
board,
of doing that sort of thing. Like, I mentioned earlier, the way she went at Portia about, Bolo or having a threesome with Bolo or whatever. Like,
right?
invested in these people's sex lives. Like,
Yeah. Mind your
Yeah,
business.
she's very beautiful, but you know what? Some women with like who are really, really, really just beautiful, who don't get the life that they feel like they should have, i.e., the man. This is how they act, and she's been that way for a long time since day one.
I
So,
agree.
like Nene said, that's just in you.
Yeah,
It's just in you, and it's not gonna go nowhere. Like
I
she
agree.
has been treating people horribly from day one. She has like a god complex, like the first caller said. And
Yeah.
yeah, but that's
I
all I want to say. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Star. Thank you for calling, friend. Hey, friend, what's up, honey? You staying dry?
Yeah, trying to. How you doing?
Good. What did you think about this drama?
Girl, well, as everybody's touched on it, King has been a hot mess since the beginning. We can go back from, of course, the Porsche thing. We can go back to when they did the modeling thing with Cynthia. Remember how mean and
Crack,
spirited she was?
crack.
Only
Yeah.
time she tried to clean it up was, I think, fronting, not being herself, was when she was trying to hold on to her man. That's the only
What
time, and
about
she
when
tried to
she?
change her image, but it didn't work.
What about when
Mhm.
she hijacked Marlowe's event with the band, and she thought it was
Yes, yes,
somebody
yes,
was treating her that way? She would have been so.
yes. She's notorious for antagonizing people, and just she's evil spirited. Like the length that she goes is crazy. But imagine if the roles were reversed and someone did that to her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
That's
mean? You
crazy.
already
Yeah,
know. Oh my
yeah.
God. Like you
And
would
that's
never
why I
hear the
don't
end of it.
understand how people can defend that. As a
Me
woman,
neither.
I
Not
would be
only
mortified if somebody put pictures of me doing anything. You know what I'm saying?
that
Like
in
half
front of a
naked,
whole room of
whatever. Like,
people.
can you imagine a
And
room full of strangers?
I mean she really felt vindicated. Like she really felt like she just did you see her whole demeanor? How like she was like how she builded up the whole story and just wow. And like the young lady said, like you have a daughter and this is going to be a legacy. You know what I mean? Like you didn't just to me, this just and took away all your accomplishments.
That's the unfortunate part.
No,
What do
it
you think
really
about
is.
how she responded to Andy? Because my thing is, she's not even contrite. She's not even apologetic. Like throughout this whole thing, at least Brittany apologized. Like people keep talking
Mhm.
about Brit. They should have both got fired. Brittany, at least, even if she didn't mean it, she played the game and she apologized 3 times on camera.
Exactly.
Kenya hasn't
And
apologized not once. She hadn't seemed apologetic. She's doubling down when
and
her boss is talking
mhm.
about it on his podcast, threatening legal. It's like, girl,
Yeah,
like,
and
shut
Michelle.
up.
Right.
Yeah.
And she can't even use the she was feeling threatened because why would you allow that lady to walk? If you was threatened, when that lady walked in there, you didn't flinch. You had a little smirk on your face because you already knew, you know what I mean, what you was up to. It was premeditated. It was no, oh my God, no, because and we all have seen her throw people out of party. You know what I'm saying? Haven't we seen her do that on the show?
We
That
have.
person is not allowed in here. No. So what?
Did
If
you
you
hear
were
the
so
phone
scared,
conversation?
why you didn't have that happen? Hmm.
Did you hear the phone conversation on Patreon of the press the PR person telling me not to come because he didn't want to
Mm-mm.
see
I
something
didn't
like
see
that
that.
happen?
Mm-mm. Oh,
Oh,
too. What I was gonna say? Oh, what's her name? She tried to defend it.
ooh,
The colorist talking about
colorist Claudia?
yeah, talking about
No, she didn't. And she be the
yes,
main
she
one talking
did.
about
She tried
sex
to.
assault. Does
She
she not
tried to,
always?
yeah, she tried to finish. She started bringing up how Kenya has been treated the worst on, Housewives on this show, and we can go back to, this woman was attacked on the floor by Porsha. Yeah,
Girl, whatever. How much is Kenya paying her? Like, did she
right.
like want
Well,
to
you
let her
said that they was friends,
uh,
so it
get
makes
her
sense.
scalp steamed or something? Because my thing is, all these people are supporting her, and none of them went over there to get their hair done. Not
Exactly.
a one. You haven't seen Candy over there. You haven't seen Cynthia. You ain't see Port. You ain't see nobody over there getting their scalp washed, steamed, or nothing. Like what the hell? Like
She
at
just
least
she
you could go to the OLG gang when it was open, or that one, or Blaze, or whatever. They was
and
there
you,
for karaoke, and
mhm.
it's just interesting. Nobody is supporting her in her business because they know it's not real.
Not only that, I mean, it's crazy because, and I think she's just angry. She's trying to justify, I think, to try to get some traction because I'm sure her finances is hurting. You think about her hair care line that she never really promoted. You know how, like, okay, you know how you see Judy, the Brett wife, like she's still like marketing
Mhm,
her.
mhm.
I mean, she's been like Kenya never did that.
Yeah,
Like, she used the show a few times to do her little promo, but then, like you said, when she did the Marlo thing, it just kind of took away from that because it's like so mean. Like everything
yeah,
she do, it's like she uses it and she turns it negative.
yeah.
Which
And
is
I
so
think there's a
stupid.
space
That's
for
not
her. I feel
smart.
like I kind of felt bad a little bit because
Mhm.
it's got to be that one person who's willing to risk it all. But
Mhm.
don't risk it all on some stupidity at your own damn event. Like I'm
But
just
she,
like,
but she, but she, she keep doing it. Is the point I'm trying to make. She did the same thing
yeah,
with her hair care line. Because it
uh,
was because remember how she can hair care whatever. Remember her little chant
mhm,
when she came into Marlo's thing. Like that was
mhm,
just mean. You know what I mean? She just do mean stuff. She always have.
yeah,
What else I was gonna say? I have one more thing. I'm gonna let you go.
okay.
She oh God. What's her name was talking about her about that. Anywho, I can't even remember what I was about to say. I done lost my train of thought. But
It's
I'm gonna
all
let you
good.
go. Uh-huh.
Well, I appreciate you, friend.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right.
Talk to you later. Bye bye.
Leslie M, how you doing?
Fine. How are you doing, Michelle Mel? I
Good.
say that because my daughter's middle name is Michelle, and I always call her Melly Mel. Yeah.
We
How's
love
your
some
mom?
Michelle. Don't we?
How's your mommy doing?
She's doing good. Thank you for asking. She's
Good,
good.
good. And hi, chat. How are you? But what I was gonna say is one with Kenya. You know her words. Don't come for me. I'll come for you. Well,
Uh-huh.
other people feel the same way. Don't come for me, and I will come for you. I think that Kenya is very jealous hearted. You know, that's why she does a lot of stuff she does. She comes from, and I hate saying that because I don't know her, we don't know her personally. Well, I don't. She comes from a very very ugly place when she does things, and so she doesn't really know how to play the game either. But when it came to that situation with Britt, first of all, had it been me, I wouldn't have given two. I don't know if I can curse, but two sh. I could have cared less. I'd have been standing right there. I would not. Let me tell you, I'm a New Yorker. I wouldn't have cared. You know what I'm saying? I did it. So what? You know, maybe she was jealous because she looked good doing it. But she probably was. And also, I don't know if you guys remember in chat when the situation happened with Britt and Kenya got in the car, her voice changed because you could tell how nervous she was. You know what I'm saying? Did you pay attention to that?
No, what do you mean her voice changed? It was
Her
like
voice
cracking.
changed.
Or she was nervous.
Like she was mad nervous. Like she about what happened because Kenya's not for the streets. She's for that, that picket fence, green, grassy yard. And like I said, you can't. I mean, for me, I would never go on a show like that because even at my age, I don't have self control. And just like when she did that thing to Kim Fields, she gets in people's personal space, and I really believe in that. Stay 6 feet away plus extra 6 feet. Don't so Kenya can't continue to do the stuff that she does, and we know her from TV, and that's probably another reason why people don't go to her salon because they know her as a TV personality, and that's how they determine whether they like her or not. And I'm sure 99.9% of the people don't like her, and that's why who's going to support her salon?
Yeah.
At least you tried to. I'm proud of you. At least you tried to go over there and support her salon.
I tried several times.
Well, what were you going to get done to your hair if they had done it?
If they would, I think I had just got my hair done like a couple of days before that, but I would have bought some Kenya Moore hair products or something.
I believe you, and I definitely know you would. I definitely believe that from my heart and soul. And
Look,
I just
nobody was there. The door was padlocked, so I couldn't buy
Oh,
nothing.
that's when you went over there. You weren't in your truck, but you were in your car that day when you went over. I remember, I saw that. That was funny. That's terrible. But one thing I was going to ask you, because you know real estate, so she invested $400,000. So if she can't get that shop open, does that mean she lost? Did she buy that spot?
I don't think she bought it. I think she's it's in an apartment building. I don't think she owns that spot, but I do think she built it out. Maybe I don't know that she put 400,000 in it. Maybe she
I
been paying
didn't
that much
believe
in
that.
rent for the past 2 years that it's been empty. I can see her losing 400,000. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, because my townhome back when I bought it years ago was $400,000. So for her to, like you said, build up something, I was kind of curious about that. But I can say to you that one part she had with Kelly, and I really, really like Kelly. I really like her. I think she had. I do believe that she's real. She has good energy. I think she's a sweetheart. But that was the first time since Kenya's been on TV I've ever seen real emotion from her, and I felt that, But I do think that she's broken and almost shattered because of her situation with her mother, And she's got some issues, man. She's got mad issues, and that's all I wanted to say. And I just wanted to hear my own voice and talk to you. But I love you. You are such a sweetheart, man. I do. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you. I love all my squad.
Maybe when I come to the Mass G, they got a big old Mass G in Atlanta, and I might come to visit my uncle. Maybe when I come to visit my uncle, I'll shout you out. Maybe I would hope to see you.
Okay, you might see me out in these streets somewhere.
Look, I'll be looking for you in one of your 99 vehicles.
All right. Thank you.
I do it. That Jeep, I love it. Okay, guys, in chat. I'm going to get back in the chat, and I love you guys.
All right.
All right.
You.
Thank you.
Pretty Brown.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
So I don't know. Word on the street though, Britt got a lawyer involved, and Britt and Bravo had to make an arrangement. So I think that's more so why they kind of had to let
But
Kenya
Kenya got a
go.
lawyer involved too.
I understand, but I think it's kind of different given like how you said
One is a criminal charge and one
right.
is an implied threat. Yeah.
And I
One
also
would be like civil, I think. Like that would be like Kenya would have to press charges or whatever. And still, they got the proof she didn't physically threaten her. And then with the revenge PORN, there's actual proof of it and they got it on camera. And so yeah, I think they had to make
yeah,
a decision, like the
I
legal
absolutely
wise. You know what I'm saying?
I absolutely agree because ultimately, to be honest, they could have been sued too. While they didn't orchestrate it, they didn't have to put it out, and they could have ceased filming as they seen it. Like at the first poster board, they kind of could have ceased filming.
Mhm.
And to me, when you look at when I looked at it back, I noticed how when Kenya said that she got the information from a private investigator, they
Mhm.
kept panning to Ming Lee. Like
Mm.
we might can say that she didn't get that information from her, or it wasn't dug up,
Mhm.
or it wasn't that deep. But if we're girlfriends and we talk, and I might just run by what I know, and me
Mhm.
thinking how Kenya is, she to me seems like she always want to know who our competition is, or who's
Mm.
new on the scene, who I'm going to be around, who I'm going to be filming with. Which I don't think anything is wrong with it, but she goes always too far. And I feel like she could have found out some information because she did kind of have like an undertone, as if she knew Britt from somewhere, and there was some lingering kind of feeling. Even the question about the ring, she almost was suggesting like she knew something. Like,
Well,
is this
I
ring
believe
number
she did.
two?
Kenya researches every woman that comes on this show, every
Mm-hmm.
potential cast member, every cast member, because there have been people who didn't make the cut who basically said that Kenya pulled receipts on where they live and all kind of stuff. And that's not alleged. I heard that. So yeah,
Right.
so I mean, I can see her doing that, Googling and trying to find information on people even before the season started,
Yep.
you know.
And I think she formed an opinion though. That's the
Mhm.
difference with Kenya. She's very, kind of mean spirited, and she formed an opinion and very judgmental, acting like, she hasn't done, this or that at some point. But
Mm.
I also think that I just wish she would have went about it a different way. To me, she could have gagged Britt by when she showed up. I'd have had my security check her purse and pat her
Mhm.
ass down. You want to come in here? Now you got, since you want to say you have a power and chains and whips. Okay, now before you come in here, I got to make sure you ain't got that with you.
Mm.
And
That's
Britt could
true.
have either declined or opened that purse.
That's
But
true.
the picture thing is outrageous. And then another weak point for me for her is to blame her daughter. To say that you were trying to protect your daughter, why would you even bring her up in the midst of all of that madness? Your daughter had
Yeah.
nothing to
Yeah,
do with that.
you were trying to protect your daughter by pulling revenge, PORN, of another woman.
Right.
How
Very
crazy is that?
weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Well,
that's
I
all I
appreciate
had to
you.
say. But like our girl said, you never win when you play dirty.
Ever. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
Good
Pretty
night.
Brown. I appreciate you.
All right.
Hey, Nick. Listen,
Hey,
listen.
Michelle.
Before wait, hold on, Nick.
Mhm.
Somebody asked about Kenya and property taxes. I think that's a lie because that's a for some reason on Facebook, they like to pull old stories and republish it as if it's new. It's some housewife page on Facebook that does that all the time. That be lying. They said that Porsha was re-engaged to Dennis, and people keep sending that to me. I'm like, this is old. What is y'all talking about? Now they doing the same thing because Kenya was late on her property taxes years ago, and she allegedly paid them back then. And I don't even like Kenya. I just don't, I don't like when people like try to put narratives, because this has happened, this is going on. And so yeah, I don't think that's true. That same tea keeps coming back over and over again. But anyway, hey Nick.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Doesn't Kenya remind you of somebody? If you
Who?
think long and hard about it. No?
Who? Who?
She has the same archetype as the president. No, it's not funny. It's the same
Donald
archetype.
Trump. Can you remind you of Donald
Yeah,
Trump?
she
Why?
does. She
Because she's
really
kind of
does.
delusional and she does stuff for show and then like postures and stuff. Is that it?
No, it's the again, it's the archetype. It's the extreme unchecked bad behavior. And people
Mm.
like that usually have a cult following. She's always going to have this type of following. And
Mm.
I think people need to be able to recognize what that type of illness is, because the way people complain about the president and that bad
Mhm.
behavior, it's no different than her. She's done it from day one.
Mm.
I think she's done it from day one. I remember something that Marlo said about her when her and Marlo became friends. And I forgot what season it was, but Marlo says she has no friends. She doesn't go outside. She just stays in the house and reads books with I think with like really, really long words,
Mm.
stuff like that. So I'm like, because even at the event, she just had like she didn't have any like personal friends there. Think, what did she have,
She
like
doesn't have
extras?
any personal friends.
She doesn't. I'm telling you, this woman doesn't. She doesn't.
Mm.
She doesn't. Um
Yeah.
I think she knows that she's a sick woman, and I think that this is not the climate to try to make excuses for somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um this just isn't the climate for stuff like that. And then she has a daughter. I just find it to be really sad, because I think that's how generational curses are started. I don't think she put good energy up in that spa with the opening like that. But there are
Right.
always going to be people that will go with anything she says, go along with any narrative that she puts out. Just because, because she's Kenya and she's a woman and she's a black woman, they'll go with that black woman trope. But unless she gets, I always say that I think she needs like lifetime therapy. It would just be nice to see her do something like that, because I find her to be very anti-woman. I don't
I
know. I
do
don't
too.
think she does not like women, and she has a daughter. She doesn't like women. I don't know.
Mm.
Just I I've just never. I've always found her to. I wanted to like her because I'm in my late 40s, right? And I'm
Uh-huh.
from New York, and my brother is he used to be into magazines and had like a little line like back in the 90s, 2000. Kenya
Mm-hmm.
was a booty model back then. And when
Yeah,
I
she's
tell
still a
you,
big magazine.
what, man, when I tell
Yeah,
you,
I blogged about it back
yeah,
in the day. Mm-hmm.
men loved her at that time. And when Housewives first came out, you know, um, wives and husbands, they would just sit there and watch the show because we had never seen anything like that. When I tell you she had really turned off that segment of men, that whole sector of men, she her behavior turned a lot of men off. Like all them fantasies and all that they had of her, it went down
Mm.
the drain. I remember because even my brother was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" I did not think that that's what that was. Like her cuckoo crazy, and just her mean spirit. I don't know. I just find that she give people PTSD. I think
Yeah.
she just gives people PTSD, and I stopped watching kind of like after Nene left. I couldn't take it anymore. And when I watch Housewives, because I don't watch a lot of reality TV, I like when they're having fun. I just don't like all this seriousness and all this all this traumatic stuff she does to everybody. I don't think
Yeah.
it's good. It's not a good example for her daughter. Her daughter's so beautiful and smart too.
Yeah.
It's not cool. I don't know. I just hope she changes how she is. And I really hope she doesn't come back. I don't want to
Ooh.
see her again. And she's starting to look like a dried up raisin too. She's starting to look different.
Not a
She's
dried up
starting to
right.
look like the next phase of getting older.
Well, I
And I
think,
mean that respectfully.
and they're beautiful women. I want to
They
say that because
are.
they all do the fillers and Botox, and
Hmm.
I guess a lot of women on camera feel like they need it for the camera, but at the end of the day, yeah, it starts to make
Yeah,
you look
because
a
I
little
I
cartoonish.
was looking at I had to go and look at Nene, and I'm like, wow. Nene, even though Nene did whatever she did, Nene still looked fresh. She looked youthful. She looked happy. She looked good. I don't know. This one here, I'm telling you, in another 2, 3 years, she just gonna look like a dried up prune.
Oh Lord.
She just
All right.
Mm.
Well, I appreciate you calling in, Nick Nick.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good night, Michelle.
You too. Thank
Mhm,
you.
bye.
Bye. I know you're not calling in to start no mess now, cause
No,
okay.
Michelle, I just want to speak up for Kenya.
How you
Okay,
doing?
I'm doing fine. You've been looking good. I've been seeing your shorts.
Oh, thank you.
Listen, Kenya was petrified. She was threatened. That lady said she had a gun. She was threatened. And nobody cares about that. And that was wrong. And I thank
How
God
was she threatened though? And
the
and,
lady,
and wait. I really want to know your thought process. So, okay, she was threatened on Wednesday. Okay. Friday at 7 p.m. at her spa, she decides to pull out naked pictures of the person she was threatened by. How is
yeah,
that logical? The
yes,
threat
it's
has been alleviated. There is no threat
nope,
3
nope,
days
nope.
later at your spa.
Okay, when somebody threatens your life, you're going to think about that. And she plotted to get her. Okay, it's not her fault that Miss Hottail has pictures out there doing
But
fellatio.
how did she threaten her life? Did she say, I'm going KILLU? Did she
Yeah,
say,
she
I'm
was
going to SHOOTU? She did not
o-
say that.
okay. She was in Buckethead, wherever they was in that ghetto
It was
part
on
of Atlanta.
Bankhead.
Yeah, that
Uh-huh.
ghetto part of Atlanta.
It ain't
Talking
that ghetto now. It's
about,
gentrified. Don't go
she
there. You
said,
ain't
she
been there.
said,
I've been
I
there.
sure didn't. She said that I have a gun. I have a gun. I stay low. Like
Okay,
this,
what's wrong with
I'm
having a
from
gun?
New
We
York,
all have guns. I carry
baby,
one in my purse. So if I say
baby.
I got a gun, that means I'm threatening people.
Okay, I'm from New York. Her language
Uh-huh.
that Brit was talking, she deserved everything she got. But
I don't agree.
Kenya should not have. Kenya should have leaked those pictures. She should have leaked those pictures instead of
But how
exposing.
could Kenya leak them if y'all say that they already out there? What was she gonna leak? Now that's definitely revenge porn.
Well, I just wish that she would have did it more better than the way she did it. I wish she would have just had them at dinner and leaked the pictures or something.
Well she didn't, and now she fired.
She's not fired. She was on that show, or Tamara Hall, whatever her name is. I don't
Mhm.
want to mess up nobody's name. But
She
she
was on
said she was,
camera.
yeah,
She
she
said
said,
she was still getting paid, and
yep.
she did get paid for these 5 episodes, and she didn't get paid no more. They get
But
paid
wait,
per episode. She is
but,
gone.
but
She's
wait a minute.
fired.
She could get dragged across the stage. She could get threatened by somebody that says they have a.
And wait, she did that. She did get dragged across the stage, and she pressed charges. So if she felt threatened with Britt, why she didn't press charges the way she did Portia? And the crazy thing is, Portia got a mugshot out the deal that's still on the internet today. They went to court, okay? When they went to court and listen and put the evidence out there, clearly it was dismissed because some people seem to feel like it was self-defense. Kenya was waving a damn scepter in the girl's face. When you violate somebody's personal space, it's on.
Portia, she could have did less than that, and Portia would have got her. I'm
Well,
saying I'm on Kenya Moore's side, and I don't feel bad for Brit. Brit is a mean girl. I can't even relate to this season.
Britt is a mean girl and Kenya is not.
Kenya is Kenya. Don't come for her, okay? Unless she sent for you. she didn't have permission to come for. She just came on the show. She didn't
So
have.
if you had your daughter at that event, you thought it was cool for her to show pictures of somebody sucking dick and you don't even know who they
That's
are?
why
Like,
that's why I try to teach my daughters against fellatio, baby. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It is what it is. Will come out, like they said, in the dark, will come
I
out in the
said,
light.
if somebody displayed an image of somebody doing that to your daughters, whether you know them or not, you don't feel like that is inappropriate to be around your young women. Like, she didn't know them people in the room. She didn't card them before they came into her shop. She don't know that everybody was over 18. Hell, she don't even know if Britt was over 18 in the pictures, honestly.
I feel that
Because
Brit,
Britt said she was a video vixen when she was in high school. So what if Britt underage on the pictures? You think that is okay?
I feel that Brit got exactly what she deserved, because I really feel that people need to understand when somebody threatened you with a gun. I feel that Kenya was threatened, and I feel that they did not have proper security. They did not protect her. And if it wasn't for Porsha telling her to get in the car, they were just going to leave the lady standing there. Somebody told me,
But
let me call
Britt
my
was
husband.
walking in the other direction. Anytime somebody is
Talking
walking
mess.
away from you, there is not a threat. This would never stand up in a court of law, friend.
Did you hear what she was saying as she was walking away? I
Yes, and
swear,
she was taking the mic off. She was
I
getting ready to
swear,
get in the
take
car
this
with
mic
her
off.
husband.
Take this mic off. This is serious. Come on, we have seen people deleted live on Facebook. Okay, who's to say another nutcase will not show up? Where I come from in the hood, and everybody in New York will stand up for
So
that.
we
City
just
was-
seen nutcases get unalived on Facebook. So what you gonna do is bring naked pictures of that nutcase and try to humiliate them in front of a room full of people.
Well,
You that
baby,
scared? You terrified? I'm so scared. I gotta protect myself and my daughter. Let me go to Kinko's and print out naked pictures of the person who threatened me with a gun.
at times she didn't have to feel scared. There was a lot of people there, so she
Oh
did what
my
she
God!
wanted
There
to
was a
do.
lot of people at the bank.
I'm 100% no, it was private. And then that woman went too far. She
That's a
went
whole
too far
restaurant.
for
There was
no
people in the
reason.
restaurant. Like
They
what?
was in a private room. They was in a private room. So y'all just going to think it's okay for somebody to say, okay, let me tell y'all what went down, Michelle. That's like me and you. Okay, you in the restaurant, and I really enjoyed that segment.
Words don't hurt. Have you heard what people say about me on this internet? Words
Wait
can't
a
kill
minute.
me.
You are
Words
so
don't hurt me.
beautiful. Please do that again with Peter reaction. That was fabulous. And then you messed up the shot. I was so mad at you.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about when we watched Atlanta Housewives with Peter. That was
Uh-huh.
epic.
Oh,
That
it's
was
supposed to be coming back. But I'm
and
just
get,
saying, at the end of the
and get
day,
his
like words
reaction.
don't hurt nobody.
Well, I wanted
But
Peter.
actions hurt. What Kenya did could have
Was worse.
humiliated her, was traumatic. She could have had a psychotic breakdown. Like she could have to be going through therapy right now because Kenya then literally exposed that girl nudes to a room full of people. Like what?
Well, I'm like 50 Cent. She threatened her life, so she got 8. She threatened Kenya's life. As far as I'm concerned, she had Kenya shaking. I was scared for Kenya. You know, they didn't have proper security. She just standing there.
They
Porsha
had
had
a
to
whole
say, get in
security
the
team.
car.
Y'all just don't see them on camera. They had a whole security team. Kenya knew wasn't
Well,
nobody gonna touch her.
nobody, no, she was glad to get in that car with Porsha. She felt alone. And I really applaud Porsha for that. Because had it been Porsha, baby, honey, she wouldn't have been getting in
Well,
no car.
Portia felt like Kenya was wrong. She left. She thought it was disgusting. She didn't even want proof that she was even at the event.
Porsha have a right to feel frightened.
Oh Lord.
We might see
All
some.
right, friend. I'll talk to you later. I'm over this
Thank you,
conversation, honey.
Michelle. Thank you, Michelle.
All
Thank
right.
you,
You have a
baby.
good one.
All right.
Bye. Oh, yeah. I love it when people don't agree with me. That's fine. You know, everybody has their opinion. I know some of y'all feel like Kenya was threatening. That's okay. But you know, I feel like the threat was eliminated. There was no threat. Britt apologized 50 gazillion times. Okay, she brought flowers. She did all that. And I understand you don't have to accept it. Okay, you don't have to, but she did make amends. Kenya, on the other hand, went above and beyond, did what she did, and still a year later is doubling down, calling people crazy, saying it ain't what it is, and acting like we crazy. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay. Now, last but not least, I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but I'm gonna talk about this. Bravo Nepo babies, honey. All of the Nepo babies on Bravo have a new show. I should have talked about this first, but I'm talking about this last, so we can go. We talked about this maybe like a year or so ago because I think they filmed this last summer. All of these kids from all of these different Bravo shows are now on a new show on Bravo called Next Gen NYC. And it includes Brooks Marks of Salt Lake City, Gia Goodice. How do you pronounce that? You know, Teresa Goodice, whatever. Her daughter Gia from New Jersey, Ariana Bierman, KKK Kim's daughter, Riley Burris, Candy Coated Click's daughter, Candy Burris's daughter. And who else? Let me see. The Housewives connection is real. Blah 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 blah. Candy Birds tells Riley that some crazy purchase better not be on the card that I pay for. Kimzo said Bierman's face cracks as far as her face will allow it as Ariana's $14,000 dinner bill. What? No wonder Kim got foreclosed on. Not a $14,000 dinner bill. Who paid it? Anyway, Teresa Goodice's Kiki's with her daughter and the Marxists, who factor heavily into this first look of the show. Sitting in some sort of intricate, glowing spider web with Meredith and Brooks, Seth Marks tells his son, "You are entirely attached to your mom, blah, 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 blah." Let me go to Bravo and pull these pictures up, child, because I don't really care. I'm just talking about it, just to wasting time. Y'all gonna be tuning into this show? Let me know. Bravo announced it today over here on their Instagram page. And on it, where'd it go? Lord, did I lose it? Oh, there it is. And on it, they say it's gonna start. somebody put that GIF up there, the thumbs down. Okay. It said Next Gen NYC. Okay. Save this for your next photo dump. Where are the rest of the pictures? I think Riley had one on her page. Let me see. Okay, there go Riley. Okay. There go Riley and Candy. Okay. Next Gen NYC. Okay, there go all of them. And then they got a little
I think that I
whatever.
could have
Let's
a
see.
negative about New York if I wanted.
Copyright disclaimer in Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Love My Kids said, I bet Kim's 10, 11 kids were the first ones to sign up. Kim can now purchase her trailer home. Not the trailer home, child. Hold on, let me see what else. I don't want to play it because Bravo been real stank with me lately because you know they took my Peter Thomas video down and yeah, I appealed it. It might be back up in a few days, but yeah, this don't look exciting. But they're all in New York. Remember, Riley was going to school in New York. I don't know why Ariana is there. Is she in school too? And the other ones live in Jersey and the surrounding areas.
Absolutely petrified, actually. Come to New York City to make your dreams come true.
So I guess Ariana is gonna be the lead, okay, and Riley is the token black chick.
Feel like you experienced a true New York minute today, running into Ben
They needed a black person on there. I'm glad they got one.
Affleck or whatever.
Adam Sandler.
Oh.
Who the is Ben Affleck?
Did you just say who? Okay, she just like her mom. You said this feels like Patreon, does it? You said I think Riley is a very pretty young lady. Riley is beautiful. I just hope she doesn't start messing with her features. I think she already got a nose job. Not Riley is born just like her mom. You don't even know that yet. You don't even know. We got to figure out what's gonna happen. She might be Chatty Cathy on this show.
Who is Ben Affleck? I did.
Welcome to New York.
Are you kidding me?
Who is that? I don't know that girl. Okay, I think she's from the Salt Lake City people.
This friend group is honestly a beautiful, hot mess.
Okay, they need a chocolate boy on here. They need one chocolate boy. Why didn't they call up Brent or Bryson?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
They would have set it off. Okay. Riley got one little cameo. I haven't seen her but one time. Oh, there she go. I think she's gonna drop her phone in the water. Wait a minute, let me see.
Shut up! Are you serious? Oh my god! Are you serious? Okay.
That was smart. Okay, Riley looks cute with her hair like that.
Pause.
Everyone in this group is gonna say what they're thinking.
Oh, who was that with the deep voice?
Except for Brooks.
Except for Brooks. You are entirely attached to your mom. You're like a little baby kangaroo. My mom.
I don't know any of these people. Do y'all know these people? What you say? Candy doesn't have money like that. I wish I would stop. What? Riley is always dry since she was a little girl. She grown now. She might have a personality. Ariana cannot be the lead. It's more likely that Judice. Is that how you say it? Thank you for spelling it out like that. Kenya is threatened by anyone. Okay, Nene's kids don't have the clout or the coins. What? You think? You wish.
Mom and I have a tumultuous work relationship.
I don't know why you say that.
You fired.
I
Oh yeah, Sheree's son and Sheree's daughter. Okay.
don't think that I could have a negative about New York if I
And what about Noelle? What about Cynthia's daughter? Why she ain't on here?
wanted to.
They had a whole bunch of black kids to choose from.
I'm absolutely petrified, actually.
Okay, that's all I got. I mean, that was the clip, and it wasn't too interesting. Y'all let me know. Are y'all gonna tune in? Press 1 if you're gonna tune in to the new Nepo Babies show. Okay, the Bravo Nepo Babies. They just there because their parents was on the Bravo show. We know nothing about them, and we know nothing about anything that they do, but I guess we will learn. Okay. Sheree's son is a baby daddy. He sure is. So is Nene's. You know, Nene, Britt got a little baby too. None of them have money like that. Okay, none of them. Just the parents might have a little cheese, but the kids don't have nothing. You said they blatantly racist. Who? Me? Not them. They should have hired some more. Mm, okay, but anyway, I just want to show y'all that. Last but not least, y'all best friend Porsha is following her best friend Shamia over to YouTube. I told y'all everybody want to be a blogger. Everybody want to come over to YouTube. Everybody feel like the time is now. Okay. So Porsha over there on YouTube now, she gonna be over there doing mukbangs and stuff. She got a new channel, child. The Porsha for Real channel. Here she go, child. I don't even know why I'm promoting the girl on my channel. She wouldn't promote me if I wanted to. Look at her. Now she doing mukbangs inside my house. Look at her with all that Popeyes chicken on that man table. Look at all that Popeyes chicken on that man table. Thank you so much, Christine. Appreciate you, friend. Let's see what Porsha talking about. You said meanwhile Nene is on that YouTube hiatus. How you know? She might be filming now. That might be why she quiet. She might be filming 15 shows. Who knows? Y'all be patient, okay? Hold on. Let's see.
Hey, it's Sunday. It's a real chill day. I was supposed to be laying in my bed.
This what we gonna watch. We're gonna watch Porsha eating chicken. Is this entertainment? Is this entertainment watching Porsha eat Popeyes in the mansion
Doing nothing.
that she couldn't show on the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
But this is an emergency episode, okay? Emergency. Real life hit real fast. I'm sure y'all seen on
my bad churches. My bad. What's the difference?
My estranged husband, he was going at me for a while online. He was riding my ass, okay?
Oh, now that Simon is still detained. Porsha got a lot to say. Why you didn't say all this on the show? At least y'all would have got ratings if you would have talked about why you stole that lady husband, like Kelly asked you.
That motherfucker had me going. The Dennis and Drew and Ralph, to me, feels like a made up
Team Leo. You right, Miss Sandra. Us Leos are never boring.
Storyline between the three of them. She was like, "What you say you know about Charles?"
I mean, somebody gotta pay this mortgage. Okay, somebody gotta pay that mortgage over there. I don't know if she got Simon locked up allegedly. How he gonna pay it?
She told us right there, no, I'm gonna expose that. Everybody needs to know who she is. And I mean, I don't want to get in trouble, but I don't know the rules. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk. Let's get into it.
Child, I'm bored already. Y'all go watch Porsha for Real and tell her ATLian sent you so you can go over there and watch her eat chicken. Anyway, like this video, please, and thank you. I appreciate everybody from tuning in. I really just wanted to come on and give y'all a little recap about Kenya's bad decisions, her hot mess attitude, all of the above. Somebody had sent me something and said that it's about Porsha. That Porsha was given real friend of the show, honey, real friend of the show, and it was going viral over there on YouTube. I mean on Instagram. Hold on, where is it? Let me find it. Like this video. Like this video. I don't have her name saved on my thing. Somebody sent me a text. Hold on. Let me look on here. It must have been a long time ago that she sent this text. Hold on. There she is. Okay. Child, she done sent me the damn. She sent me the dang. There it is. Hold on. It's on X. And GARRETTE. And she said, he dragging. He must don't like her. He must don't like her. Hold on. Where is the thing about Porsha? Porsha. What date? 4/6 or 4/5. Oh, Porsha is giving real friend of the show. And I wanted to show y'all the responses. Oh, there it is right there. I wanted to show y'all the responses to this person, Sean Garrett. Not that Sean Garrett, but another one, I guess. Let me see his picture. I don't know. It might be him. No, that's different. That Portia is giving real friend of the show. Okay. Portia is giving real friend of the show, if we're being honest. So people up under there been like, agreeing. Portia can only film outside. It's definitely giving a friend role. Somebody said, especially since we can't see her house. Y'all should be saying this about Drew. I think the same thing about Drew. Why is she always late to everything? And we only saw her at the spa this episode. And I legit forgot about her until she showed up at the spa. Um, Somebody said Portia is the show. I don't know about all that. I thought Britt was Angela until this last episode. I was commenting on things like Britt was the one Shamia called Latoya Jackson. I didn't even know there was an extra cast member. Oh, y'all something wrong. How y'all don't know Britt but and Angela apart? So everybody was agreeing. Look at this. Look at this. She really is, and I love Portia. And I always did. I really thought she was about to come do her big one. Well, now she's gonna be on YouTube doing her big one, and this same person was dragging her about her YouTube video and saying her talking about the show in this way makes me not want to watch. It feels like they all make up SHIT for the show, and nobody wants to watch that. It's been 5 episodes, and Portia hasn't done ish but walk in Randy office and curse Drew out about her baby daddy. Oh, that's true. Who is this? I need to follow him because he's funny. I'm gonna follow him. I love black nepotism. Okay. Okay. What else they were talking about? Oh, he was talking about Sheree. Remember when Sheree said biscuits and bullets about Blaze? Now they did a thing and said, we don't know if we go to Kenya Moore hair spot, if we're going to get pistols or pornography. That's funny. Pistols are PORN. Okay. But anyway, I'm just wasting time. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the stream today. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. I know there's some people who believe that Kenya was vindicated and she did exactly what she was supposed to do by going at Brit, and some because she was threatened. And the majority of people, however, feel that, Kenya crazy. And she shouldn't have done that. And she ruined her legacy. And now what's she gonna have when she lose her job? Especially since Mark don't have one. But I'm digressing. Let me go up to my members. Shout out to Jacqueline Cobb, a new member. Okay, shout out to Quasia. I appreciate you, friend. Shout out to Ken NPA. Okay, said remember what Dini said about them tables. Okay. Shout out to Love My Kids. Said Kenya was dead wrong. Okay, I see you, Love My Kids. Shout out to Shells and VA gave me pink hearts for Mama Brown. Shout out to Josie Bradley is a new member. Shout out to my friend. Very important Pate family said find a video of Nene saying that Kenya is going to burn down the network. I played it, friend. You want me to play it again? You remember when Kenya told Portia she has nothing good to say out her mouth unless a D is in it? I remember, friend. Shout out to Lucy. Lucy, thank you. Love my kids again. Thank you, friend. To tell Miss USA to put a Kango bucket or Scully. That crown means nothing. Definitely, she is not one of us. Ooh, okay. She's not like us. Love my kids said again, the pistola and the whip from Candy's bedroom collection. Is that what it was? She was talking about sex toys. She wasn't talking about having an actual pew pew. Did the Porsche get a cameo? I think it did. Somebody said they saw my headlights. I guess. I don't know. Listen, I'm like Simon. They need to send me a check or something. I need a release for my car. Has anyone heard from Simon? As a matter of fact, I've heard that he's preparing to leave, child. I guess it's just taking some time. I just can't wait till he get to where he going so we can hear what's going on. Shout out to Justice Moore became a new member. Love My Kids said, "Isn't this reality TV?" Britt gave her true feelings at the time. I'm not understanding why she needs to apologize for the bedroom candy offer. You can't ask for reality, then get mad about the real. Okay, Love My Kids. Love My Kids also said, "I bet Kim's 10, 11 kids were the first ones to sign up. Kim can now purchase her trailer home. I pay her rent in her apartment. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Gotta make the money, honey." Shout out to Christine. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who contributed. This has been a fun live. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed. My Peter Thomas watch party, it will probably be back. I know a lot of y'all was like, they took it down. It's been banned, it's been blocked, and it was for some reason they banned, they wrote the audio because I wasn't showing the video on there, and so I disputed it because we was literally in the video, like, but you can hear it in the background. So hopefully they'll release it, but it's gonna take 7 days for them to release it. Sometimes they do it earlier, sometimes they don't. Yeah, we had it wasn't a Peter Thomas watch party. It was the Real Housewives of Atlanta watch party at Peter's bar. Okay, well, his brother's bar. And we were on live for 2 hours Sunday night while the show was on, and we was just talking about it. It was really good. Like Josh was asking Peter really good questions, and Peter was, responding because it's kind of hard for me to interview people that I know for real, for real. And so yeah, I like when other people like can chime in and get them to like open up about some stuff. So you said check my phone. Hold on, let me check my phone, Chad. Hold on, let me see. You sent me $100. Thank you so much, Juan Giroux. Oh my God, you so sweet. Oh my God, I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shoot, you made me want to stay on a little while, child. But I don't have nothing else to talk about because that's all I had on the list was Kenya because I knew y'all wanted me to talk about her for the past 2 days. If you're just getting here, the ratings were still low. Okay, I'm gonna show you the ratings one more time and then I'm gonna go. Okay, the ratings were still low. They didn't even hit. Let me see ratings. They didn't even hit the premiere high. The premiere was 720,000, and it's been going down ever since. And last week it was what 500 and some thousand or somewhere around there. Now they went up a little bit to 620,000. Okay, 6.620 million is 620,000 people, and 0.14 in the 18 to 49 demo, which means Team Twirl didn't even tune in to watch Kenya crash out. Okay, and clearly it wasn't worth a rewatch because it was cringe, and I don't want to see Kenya embarrassing herself twice. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I love y'all. See you tomorrow, maybe. Good night, y'all.